Yeah, I'm pretty sure last year was our last year doing it. So I don't think we're doing it this year. Is California setting its clock back this year? Oh, it says that we do. Well. Yeah, I'm not sure. I could have sworn last year was the last year, but apparently not. Oh well. Ah, shit. Hold on. I said I was gonna get more water and I didn't. We're gonna need it. Okay. Let's do it. The warmth of Lukako's hand slips away as the vertigo hits me. Apoptosis. Cell death. Oh. Oh. I'm still at the shrine, but I no longer feel Lukako clinging to my back. Apoptosis. Apoptosis. I turn around slowly. Hmm? Lukako is standing a short distance away as if to see me off. No tears, just a bewildered smile. My chest feels like it's about to burst. I hold it back. Apoptosis, yes. Hey, Lukako. Yes? You're... I hesitate for a moment, but I have to know. Oh god. You're a guy, right? Yes? Well, there you have it, Lisa. Not apoptosis. Yeah, apoptosis. She's gone. He has returned. MC actually learning not to randomly grope people, but he still asked. Cuter than any girl. Looks good in Miko robes. But he's a guy. I bite my lip. Do you like me? Ah! What? I don't understand. Do you like me? I respect you. He respects me. I don't deserve his respect. But that's not what matters now. Lukako's answer seemed clear, but wasn't. He didn't answer the question. If I change back into a guy, I'll have to hide my feelings for you. Lukako might still like me, even though he's a guy again. I mean, yes. However, he'll never speak honestly about those feelings. This is what Lukako decided for himself. It would be wrong to pry any further. Maybe I'm just running away. Maybe I should pry, force him to confront his feelings. But I'm not strong enough to accept the consequences. I'll just end up hurting Lukako. Thanks. You're my disciple now and forever. Agreed? Yes, of course I am. Hey, Bubble Wand. So what I picked up last time is Lukaku's in love with Okabe in all the world lines. So is Lukaku actually gay and he just said he wanted to be a girl so he'd be acceptable to Okabe? It's a little hard to follow. Yeah. That's what I got from it as well. It also could be tied to the confidence thing, like Lukaku's like, oh, my features are all so feminine, I would have more confidence if I was a girl, but they didn't have more confidence as a girl, which makes us think they probably were just pursuing their feelings towards Okabe. It is really sad because I feel like Okabe admitted that it shouldn't matter, but then he also went back and was like, well, I'm not gay, so... He's not trans in the sense that he's a woman, but because he wants to be with Okabe and then no one's telling him to dress like a girl. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it is just like, it's just Japan being Japan and tiptoeing around this in kind of a crude way. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's up for interpretation. I'm interpreting it as they just wanted to be with Okabe, and Okabe doesn't mind being with them as well, so... maybe there's a little gay in there he needs to come to terms with. I look away, unable to bear his shy smile. The world line has changed. Lukaku's a guy again. Okabe seems to constantly be 5 steps forward, 4 steps back. Yeah. Which means the IBN 5100 should be here at the shrine. On the previous world line, girl Lukaku broke the IBN 5100 while cleaning the storehouse. But guy Lukaku didn't clean the storehouse. He never broke the IBN 5100. It's 6:46 p.m. Oh, I think problematic is a very correct way of describing how they handled everything surrounding Lukaku. Judging by past experience, it is very likely that I've averted Mayuri's death for today, but just in case, I should get back to the lab within the hour. Lukaku, do you remember breaking an old computer in the Shrine Storehouse last year? An old computer? No, I don't remember anything like that. I don't really understand computers. I haven't played with them much. When Lukaku was a girl, she trembled when I asked the same question. After the 2-day time loop shit, problematic probably isn't a strong enough word. Yeah. That was on Okabe. That was Okabe's... I don't even know why they put that in the game. That was probably my least favorite part of the game, even more so than the crotch grabbing shit. And then she forced a smile as if to avoid admitting that she broke the computer. But he's not trembling now. Lukaku honestly doesn't know. Go get your father for me. I asked Lukaku to fetch his father for me, so I asked him whether or not the IBN 5100 was in the storehouse. An old computer? Yes, I do remember. I'll go check. Please wait a moment. He heads into the storeroom out back, just like on the previous world line. But on the previous world line, the IBN 5100 was no longer in the storehouse, since girl Lukaku had secretly moved it. How will it turn out this time? Luka's dad returns after about 10 minutes. His expression is grave. That's all the answer I need. Nothing has changed. It's gone. I can't find it anywhere. I quickly glance at Lukaku's face. Blank. He doesn't seem to know anything. Lukaku is innocent, I'm sure of it. The lock on the storehouse was broken. Someone may have stolen it. Yes. So in this world line, Moeka knew that the IBN 5100 was at Yanabayashi Shrine. She texted herself in the past to go steal it before What's-His-Face could get it. So this is going to lead us to Moeka. What's interesting is it does not say that there's a Moeka ending. Stolen it? It didn't disappear. A thief took it. There's evidence someone dragged something heavy away that wasn't there at the end of the year cleaning, and the lock wasn't broken when I checked last month. I never expected a thief would break in. Then shouldn't we report it to the police? While they discuss what to do, I sigh and consider the situation. This isn't going to work. The IBN 5100 is still out of reach. There are 2 D-mails left to cancel. Something tells me that if I cancel just one more, I can get back the IBN 5100. But which one? Okabe-san? I don't really understand, but please don't be sad. Just go, it matters not, like you always do. I chuckle. Lukaku's so adorable when he's trying to cheer me up. But he's a guy. You're using the phrase wrong, you know. I wave goodbye and leave the shrine. 2 D-mails remain. First, the one I sent to myself with the winning Lotto 6 numbers. I forgot about that one. That one should be easy to cancel. The problem is the other one, the one I sent by someone I wish I could forget. Kiryu Moeka, the shining finger. I know the gist of her D-mail, since she sent it as part of our early experiments. When Moeka asked to send a D-mail, I agreed under 2 conditions. First, make the contents simple enough that the D-mail's effects would be obvious. Second, make the contents public to all lab mems. Yeah, we're having a Moeka watermark moment. Moeka ended up sending a D-mail to prevent herself from buying a new phone a few days prior. What's the significance of the phone? The D-mail was sent to July 31st, an easy date to remember. The question is how it relates to the theft of the IBN 5100. It must be the butterfly effect, as it was with Lukaku's D-mail. This time, however, I will not hesitate to do what is necessary. Kiryu Moeka does not deserve my sympathy. That woman and her men have killed Mayuri more times than I can bear to remember. I will show no mercy to her. There's just one problem. The cancellation D-mail needs to be sent from Moeka's own phone. I don't think a message from me telling her not to change phones would sway Moeka's intentions in the slightest. I need her phone, but I don't know where to find her. What do I do? I return to the lab and set things up so I can time leap at a moment's notice. Fortunately, that isn't necessary. I'm stuffed. I barely ate today, so I was hungry. Is there more tomorrow? Yeah, and the day after too. Mayuri just got back from Komima 30 minutes ago. She and Kurisu, who stayed behind at the lab, have just finished eating cup noodles. It's already past 8, and so far nothing has happened. Mayuri is still alive. Going by the pattern, her death has probably been postponed until about this time tomorrow. Is this the will of some higher being? God, fate, the universe itself? Or is it merely coincidences? That doesn't matter now. Okie dokie! Mayushi's got an early day tomorrow, so I'm going home. Mayuri takes a big stretch and starts getting ready to go home. She's been up since 5 this morning. Looks like she plans to wake up early tomorrow too. That reminds me, I haven't seen Daru at all. He's fighting in the Komima Holy War too, so that doesn't surprise me. Busy checking his spoils, I guess. Hey guys, Why don't you come too? I'll pass, but my assistant looks like she wants to go.
Huh?
What? Kurisu jumps up at my answer. Hey, don't put words in my mouth! I saw your eyes sparkle while you listened to Mayuri's cosplay stories. Maybe, but nobody said anything about going. Come on, Christian! I know that Kurisu is a channeler, but is she an otaku? Not all channelers are otaku, but she has often hinted at an interest in cosplay. No way! I'd suffocate in a crowd like that. It's not as crowded on day 2. If you're worried, come in the afternoon. All the popular stuff will be sold out, though. You go, Okabe. You're Mayuri's guardian, aren't you? No, Mayushi is Okarin's hostage. Oh, right, that's what it was. Well, you don't want your hostage to escape, do you? Shouldn't you take her along in handcuffs or something? I've got business in Akiba. What do you mean, business? The search for Kiryu Moeka. I already sent her an email, we need to talk, and now I'm waiting for her reply. Something tells me it's not gonna work. No answer? I guess it was just an excuse. Christina, we need to talk. Again? Abrupt as usual. What do you mean again? Nothing. Interesting. Does she remember the other conversations, or do we need to explain what's been happening to her for, like, literally the 8th time? What you gonna talk about? You two have been really close lately, huh? You're always talking together. Mayushi really wants to join in your secret meetings and stuff. Don't worry, we've just been talking about the time leap machine. It would just be gibberish to you. Not entirely accurate, but not a lie either. Besides, the purpose of this particular discussion is to convince Christina to attend Komima. Prepare for good news, Mayuri. Mwahaha! Oh, great! Thanks, Okarin! Hi, kiddo. Mayuri waits in the lab as I take Kurisu outside. So, Christina, I'm not going to Komima. You said again just now. We've talked about this before, just the two of us. Losing your memory now? Does our little mad scientist have a acetylcholine deficiency? I'm being serious. You're acting weird today. What's going on? Please, I need to know. I mean, yeah, this is like the 5th time you brought me outside to talk about the time leap machine. Have we talked about my time leaping? For an instant, Kurisu opens her eyes wide in surprise. But then she gives an angry glare. You're time leaping? I nod. More than a dozen times already. That many? What the hell are you doing? Looks like she doesn't know anything about Lukaku or my shifting between world lines. But that's only natural. So far, I've changed world lines a total of 3 times. Let's call the first world line where Mayuri died Alpha 1. World line where Ferris and I fought the viral attackers is Alpha 2. World line where I dated girl Lukaku is Alpha 3. And now I'm on Alpha 4. From my perspective, Alpha 1, 2, and 3 were undone by the D-males. But for Kurisu and everyone else on Alpha 4, those world lines were nothing but separate, intangible possibilities to begin with. I guess I have to explain everything again. I sigh heavily, then begin. I think I get it. After I'm done, Kurisu sighs and lightly pats my arm. Don't wear yourself out. It's a disgrace to be comforted by my assistant. Why are you always like that? I'm not. I'm even trying to be nice. You're really full of yourself, you know? I don't need your sympathy. Everything that has happened is my fault. I'm just getting what I deserve. Come to think of it, every time I explain this to you, I always end up hating myself in the end. Okabe? Don't worry about me. Worry about Mayuri. Mayuri will probably die tomorrow. I don't know how it will happen. If Mayuri stays away from the lab, she can probably avoid running into Moeka and her men. It doesn't matter though, she'll die all the same. All Alpha world lines converge on her death. Escaping the attractor field is the only way to save her. Sorry about this, but I want you to be there when she dies tomorrow night. What? That's why you want me to go to Komima? There's nothing we can do to prevent her death. Just stay close and tell me when it happens. Once I know, I'll make the time leap. I can't believe there's nothing we can do. It just doesn't feel real, but it's the truth, isn't it? Excuse me. Got like a tickle in my throat. I can see it in... I can see it in your eyes. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, Kurisu. No. I still haven't saved Mayu. I know, that's not what I meant. Kurisu interrupts me. Are you okay? I don't follow. You're carrying an awful burden. It's rare for her to look so concerned for me. I told you not to worry about me. It's Mayuri you need to worry about. Tomorrow, I'm going to look for Moeka. It's only natural for your throat to be angry about reading this game. No, I have like a tickle in my throat and it keeps making me cough. And I keep trying to like flush it down with water and it's not working. If Mayuri doesn't die tomorrow, I can postpone the time leap. If Mayuri does die tomorrow, I'll return to the past no matter what. I wish there was some way that Mayuri wouldn't have to suffer. Then why don't you time leap now? I can't plan effectively without knowing the deadline. I don't want to see Mayuri die either, you know. I know how you feel, but you're the only one I can ask. Where did all this trust come from? You're my assistant, after all. Kurisu forces a laugh at my feeble attempt at a joke. You're full of yourself. We have our plan. Kurisu will go to her first Komima. Mayuri will be so delighted when I tell her the news. I haven't seen Mayuri all day. Okay, wait. Good morning, Ocarine. I'm heading off now. Joined up with Mayuri. We're heading out to Ariake, kinda excited. I had no idea it would be this crowded. Save me, Oars. I haven't seen Mayuri all day. I want to be with her, of course, but that's not possible. Moeka hasn't replied, which means I have to find her myself. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about her. My only clue is Arc Rewrite, the company Moeka supposedly worked at. I find it after a quick search online. Sure enough, their business is producing articles for PC magazines. Luckily, their office is in Akiba. I try calling first, but it goes to voicemail. I guess they're still closed for the Obon holiday. Or maybe it's just a bad time. Looks like I've got no choice but to visit them in person. It's the second day of Komima, and Akiba is deserted. Most of the otaku are lined up at Big Sight right now. I've experienced the craze of Komima several times firsthand. It's literal war. It scares me whenever Mayuri goes alone. I can't help but imagine her trampled by a horde of crazed otaku. But in reality, Mayuri's surprisingly quick and tough. I've seen her weave through crowds like you wouldn't believe. Kurisu's the one who's more likely to get trampled. I can't help but feel sorry for her. Maybe it was wrong to ask her to go. I find the Arc Rewrite office in a fancy-looking building on the outskirts of Akiba. I take the elevator up, but there's nobody there. I lean against the wall and wait. After about 30 minutes, a man dressed in shirt and tie appears. I explain that I'm the relative of Kiri Moeka and ask for her contact info, but he gives me an unexpected answer. We don't have an employee by that name. You don't? Damn, I've been tricked. I should have known better. Moeka is working for CERN. Of course her place of employment is fake. Is this the end of the line? Just as I'm about to turn around and leave, the man pounds his hand as if he remembers something. Wait a second. There was a girl who worked here just 2 days before disappearing. I think that her name might have been Kiryu. Mayuri is one of those crazed otakus, and it's why it's impossible for her to get trampled. Well, she is definitely a crazed otaku. We might still have her resume. I frantically bow my head and ask him to look for it. He's reluctant, but acquiesce. The address listed on the resume leads to a beat-up old apartment. Not the sort of place you'd expect a single young woman to live. I feel a strange unease as I approach the apartment. For some reason, there's a police car parked in front of the complex. A uniformed officer is standing out front. And one room on the second floor, room 202, Moeka's, has a blue sheet covering the door. Oh, fuck. Is she dead? What's going on here? I walk up to the police officer. Excuse me, did the person who lives here move? Huh? No. Then, are you related? I knew her. You haven't heard. The police officer looks uncomfortable. The bad feeling in my gut is getting worse. What happened? Suicide. Oh. What? Suicide? But why? When? Yesterday. No way. They took her to Chiyoda 3rd Central Hospital. Doesn't look like she had any relatives. We don't know who to notify. Will you go see the body? I bow my thanks and leave. She's dead. Moeka's dead. What's going on? It doesn't make sense. Suicide? Moeka, who killed Mayuri in cold blood, committed suicide? Time to make Luca a girl again. Or is this part of the conspiracy? Could her own men have killed her, then made it look like a suicide? Today's the 16th. Alright, see you later, men. On Worldline Alpha 1, Moeka raided the lab on the 13th. 3 days have passed since then. Hey, Kisuan. We're working on it, I guess. We just found out that Moeka's dead in this timeline, so we need to get to the bottom of it. Each time I change world lines, Mayuri's death gets pushed back 1 day, so does Moeka's raid. It hasn't happened yet on this world line. So why did she die? I don't get it. This is the first time this has happened. How should I deal with this? What should I do? I squat on the ground and cradle my head in confusion. If Moeka's dead, maybe Mayuri doesn't have to die. No, I don't think Convergence is that kind. Fate demands Mayuri's death. Hey, what's up, Wolf Hunter? Whenever I try to stop it, something interferes. Am I able to accuse E-Tier for this? No. E-Tier is... She is guilt-free of this one. True, I'm the one who meddled with the timeline, but haven't I paid the price already? Oh my, I know, right? Matthew Perry? Wait, am I... Yeah, Matthew Perry. Oh, that's sad. He was an actor on Friends. I don't know this actor. That's so sad, though. Oh, poor guy. Rest in peace. Was he only in Friends? Movie credits include Fools Rush In, The Whole Nine Yards, Serving Sarah, 17 again. Yeah, Friends seems like the biggest. Poor guy. How did all this happen? A few weeks ago, I was just a college student with a severe case of Chunibu. Save for Mayuri's grandmother, I never experienced the death of anyone close to me. Death had no place in my life. But how many times have I faced death these past 3 days? More than you can count the loops. More when you count the loops I've made. My heart can't take it anymore. I don't know how much longer I can go on. One more. Just one more D-mail to cancel. If I can get my hands on Moeka's phone. Time leap. Moeka died yesterday around noon. I can go back to before that happened. The reason she died isn't important. Whether Mayuri's murderer kills herself is of no concern to me. I just need to cancel that D-mail. Upon returning to the lab, I casually look up at the second floor window, and what I see shocks me to the core. Electrical discharge? Someone's using the time leap machine. Who? Mayuri and Daru should be at Komima. Not even Kurisu should be here. I asked her to escort Mayuri yesterday. Besides, she's against changing the past. So who? The building shakes. Oh my god, the vibration. Whoa, 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 what is happening? I can't let this happen. The timeline mustn't be tampered with again. I need to stop it now. I have not watched Unhinged, no. I race upstairs to the lab. By the time I get there, the shaking has stopped. I quietly peek into the development room. Nobody's there. The door was unlocked. Anyone could have walked right in. How could we be so careless? The time leap machine is still faintly warm, so somebody did use it. Who? Did they time leap? This is the first time someone has used the time leap machine. Just to make sure, I check the X68000. As expected, the history's been erased. The same thing happens when we send a D-mail. There's nothing I can do about this. It worries me, but I have to focus on Moeka. I set up the time leap machine. The maximum leap time is 48 hours. To leap more than that, you need to leap 48 hours and then leap again. The 42-inch CRT is on downstairs. That's plain as day, since the discharge phenomenon just occurred. I put on the headgear. Preparation's complete. So he's not going to stay and find out if Mayuri dies? Should I really leave now? Don't be ridiculous. Of course I should. Just a little more and I can save Mayuri once and for all. I know what will happen if I don't leap now. So it says this is the scene that they're talking about in the guide. When you're prompted to send the D-mail, if you choose not to send it, you'll see an extra scene that's worth watching. You don't miss anything by not sending it, so there's no reason to save before doing so. Okay. Mayuri will die and I will taste pain and despair once again. And then I will leap. It's the same either way. I close my phone. There's no need to rush. Calm down. I can endure the pain if need be. I should exploit my one advantage, the time leap machine, to the fullest extent possible, and that means knowing exactly when Mayuri will die. The pattern suggests that Mayuri's death should happen around 7 or 8 tonight. But things are a little different this time. Moeka killed herself before Mayuri was scheduled to die. How much influence will that have on Convergence? There's a chance Mayuri won't die. We might already have won. In that case, I shouldn't waste my effort on leaping. I have no obligation to save Moeka. I'll wait until Kurisu contacts me. It's 12:30 now. There are about 7 hours left. I hear nothing but the slow, steady tick of the clock. The sound is echoing inside my head. Even if I plug my ears, it doesn't stop. I spent several hours searching for the IBN 5100, but as expected, I found nothing. I still can't imagine how Moeka's D-mail affected the computer's whereabouts. What does her phone model have to do with anything? Does keeping the same phone somehow tell her that there's an IBN 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine? That doesn't make sense. Even the butterfly effect must have limits. But on the other hand, truth is often stranger than fiction. Sometimes the simplest things have consequences that no one could ever imagine. So I can't rule it out entirely. In other words, I have nothing. I twist my lips into a sneer of self-mockery. It's 7:46 p.m. The moment of truth. If Mayuri is indeed fated to die today, I should be hearing from Kurisu soon. I hope nothing happens. All that I ask is to hear Mayuri's voice, to know once and for all that she is safe. Shit. Hello? Okabe? She's... Why? All systems online. Why? I don't... Kurisu's sobbing. So I know. Even without asking. She saw Mayuri die. She suddenly collapsed. Why? It doesn't make any sense. She's not breathing. She won't answer at all. Please, Mayuri. Okabe, what do I do? Please, help! Mayuri's dead! I'm sorry for making you go through this. With that, I hang up the phone. Maybe it's because I didn't see it happen, or maybe it's because my heart has simply grown numb. But this time, I don't feel much pain. I hate myself for it. I pound my fist against the table. As expected, the deadline is around 8 p.m. on the 16th. Unless I change the world line before the time limit, Mayuri will die. I put on the headgear and activate the time leap machine. I must obtain Moeka's phone no matter what it takes. Okay, so he's going all the way back to the 11th. I make several consecutive leaps to travel back to the 11th. When I arrive, it's just past 8 p.m. Hey, story time. Tutor to you as well. My feet are cold, so I'm gonna put on socks. What did I miss while I was eating? Whose route are we in? So this is technically, I don't think she has a route, but this is technically Moeka's routes. Basically, we went looking for Moeka, and when we discovered, like, the address of an apartment she was supposed to live at, we went to the apartment and found that she was dead. Like, she'd committed suicide, so it was under the care of police. So, we talked to Kurisu and had her go supervise Mayuri so we could learn exactly when Mayuri would die on the 16th, and it happened, so he's just time leaped. If this ends with a CG of Okabe and Moeka holding a baby, I'm gonna lose it. Same. I will also lose it with you. How did she die? Suicide. We don't know. Oh, Mayuri. Mayuri just collapsed, like in the previous world line. So, yeah, heart attack, I guess. When I arrive, it's just past 8 p.m. I'm heading out. I leave the lab without waiting for the others to respond. She drank the Panera Bread lemonade. Oof, too soon. I head to Moeka's ratty apartment. There's no sign of the police this time. Moeka's suicide won't happen for another 4 days. I run up the iron stairs and find in front of the door... Oh, it's stand in front of the door to Unit 202. Hey, fail. Oops. The lights aren't on inside. Are you coming back to the lab today? I don't know, but don't worry. You don't have to worry about anything. Boop. How's it going, Fail? The lights aren't on inside. I start getting anxious. Maybe she's not here. There's no intercom, so I reluctantly knock on the door. Your team got shreked? Rest in peace. It's like that big tournament, right? For Dota? No reply. Yeah, we're gonna be doing, there's gonna be Among Us Chaos tonight with the new map, the Fungal. Nah, I think Fail's watching one story time. Is that, it's going down, is it happening in Seattle? Because I saw a friend that really likes Dota, I think went to Seattle to see it live, which is kind of cool. No reply. I try again with the same results. Damn, might as well try the doorknob. It's unlocked. I take a deep breath. This could be a trap. Remember, we're not dealing with an ordinary person. Moeka is a rounder, an agent of CERN. If I die here, what will happen to Mayuri? Will Kurisu or Daru use the time link machine to save her? I need to be careful. But at the same time, I can't save Mayuri by doing nothing. So I steel myself, open the door, and peek inside. The apartment is dark. Too dark to see.
Yay!
But I feel someone's presence. I'm in the black hole timeline. Maybe. This one actually has been way more interesting than the others because it's not just like shitty harem shit. There's like an actual mystery that I'm very curious about, so I'm enjoying this. I step inside. The apartment is practically empty. Minimal furnishings, only the barest necessities of life.
Yay!
Oh, it took far more than 45 hours. There's definitely a dead Moeka clip in the beginning, and I'm scared and I don't remember this from the anime. But there, by the window, is a figure in the moonlight. A woman sitting on the floor, her head bowed. There's no one else here. I approach the woman and stare down at her, gritting my teeth in a desperate effort to maintain control. Yeah. Well, we didn't see dead Moeka. They just said that she died. So if there is an actual, like, picture of it, that would be a little shocking. Anime watchers will love this timeline, especially Pangy. Excuse you? I am not an anime watcher of this. Ever since the first time she killed Mayuri, I've tried my best to avoid thinking about this woman. But now I have no choice. I can't accomplish my goal until I have answers I need from her. I must obtain the IBN 5100 to escape the Alpha Attractor Field and rescue Mayuri. I'm a cat girl maid. I'm maid of anime. How dare you? I am not the cat girl maid.
Yeah.
I just made a command for her for unrelated reasons. Kiryu Moeka. I had another name for her once. It hurts to remember. I force it to the back of my mind. Can you hear me? Moeka's fingers twitch. She sluggishly lifts her head. But she doesn't look up. She stares at my feet instead. Who? She finally speaks in a frail voice. Moeka has always had trouble speaking, but it seems especially severe today. Why is this a command? They added Rem to Epic 7 and she ruined my life for months in that game, and I fucking hate her because she's a maid from a bad anime. So, it's become kind of an easy bait on me if you reference Rem. I notice her hair and clothes are disheveled. She looks awful, though I suppose that's no surprise given that she kills herself in 4 days. FB? Is it you? Facebook? In retribution, they made you play this. Fate is a cruel bitch. I just was curious about this game because I always heard the name Steins Gate thrown around for visual novels, and I was like, fuck it, let's try it. If it's a big name, I'm. Stay tuned for more opinions on Steins Gate. FB? Who talks about this VN in your circles anyway? I know Metalface and M. Budlong had played it, and they are both long time friends. Like, I knew them back when I lived in Connecticut, for a super duper long time. Hebby had mentioned it to me, Steven had mentioned it to me, yeah. I would trust Metalface for recommendations. Yeah, you and him are Yakuza bros. Yeah, it's good except for when it's not. I've heard that name before. If I'm not mistaken, that's her superior's codename. Why won't you contact me? I did everything you told me to. The phone in Moika's hands glows faintly. I'm sure Peggy could fill a whole manifesto on this game. Of all good moments, yeah, like I said, I think this is interesting. This is great. There, unfortunately, is a lot of not great stuff that was mixed in, but I'm happy that this is focused on, like, the actual plot progress. She's still clinging to it, I see. Did I do something wrong? I'll fix it, I promise. Just don't abandon me. I'll do anything for you, FB. Please answer me. Give me orders, I'll obey. Tell me what to do. Tell me. Tell me. You've played this game for 20 hours more than the entire playthroughs of Paranorma Site, Al 1 and 2, and 999. We were on Somnium Files for a while. We were. Yeah, I'm insistent on getting the root endings. It's true. The playthrough was 30 hours? Are you sure? I feel like it was longer. Well, yeah, I'm not playing original Tsukihime ever. I'm not defending Tsukihime. No. And I know it's worse. Trust me. But I will play the Tsukihime remake because they fixed it. They made it not problematic. I checked the collection, and this is 45-ish. Oh, wow. Wait, I haven't even added all the episodes to the collection. I want to play. I love DGen shit. Oh, God. Yeah, Fata Morgana's on the list, for sure. Although when we do finish Steins Gate, I think the next thing that we're gonna do might be Raincoat DLC. After today, this will be as long as 13 Sentinels, Buried Stars, and Digimon Survive. Oh my god. Oh lord, story time. Literally no game has ever made me cry as much as Fata Morgana has. I had a few sessions where I just stopped and cried for a while. Oh my Jesus. But we're almost at the good part. We are at... I would say this is the good part. Like, we've been on, like, the main code...
Yay!
The main plot point of Steins Gate is interesting. Like, undoing the unassuming D-mails that you sent in the beginning of the game in order to get back to a timeline where shit isn't fucked up is a really cool idea. I'd say Steins Gate needs a remake, but it sounds like the anime just corrected all the issues. Or didn't acknowledge them. Raincode Def will be fun because I won't be playing that. Oh, yeah. Saya no Uta. I'm not sure what that is. Oh. Never mind. D-Gen shit. Funny enough, Steins Gate does have a semi-remake. Oh, Lord. Yes, I heard that... Yes. I heard that there was a version of the game that has scenes from the anime in it. Oh, absolutely not, Marissa. I'm at a loss for words. I wasn't expecting to find her in such a miserable state. She was so cold, so calm when she killed Mayuri. It's like she's a different person now. Is this another effect of the world line change? But it's only been a week since she sent her D-mail. How could she have changed so much? I get on my knees and shake Moeka by the shoulders. Hey, can you hear me? Hey! FB, why won't you answer? This is the Lost Dimension of visual novels. So rude to Lost Dimension. Hey, I've been thinking about doing another run of Lost Dimension soon so we can get the non-meteor ending. How fun does that sound? Kiryu Moeka, hey, it's me, Okabe. No response. Moeka just keeps crying and mumbling to herself. I shake harder, but she doesn't react. She doesn't even resist. Looking down, I notice that she's typing rapidly on her phone. Bewildered, I look at the screen. FB, 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 FB. Oh my. Poor Moeka just got catfished and ghosted. I know, now she's sad. She's asking Facebook for orders. What a social media addict. I'm waiting for the Phoenix Wright playthroughs, Pangy. Yeah, we're gonna do, Great Ace Attorney soon, I feel like. Maybe after Raincode DLC. What the... What happened to Moeka? From what little I understand, it sounds like she's lost contact with her supervisor, FB, but I don't understand how that could turn Moeka into such a wreck. It doesn't matter. I don't care what happens to her. I'd like to believe DRV3 is the Lost Dimension true ending. Me too. She lost a lot of money buying meta stock. It doesn't matter. I don't care what happens to her. I'm here for one thing. Recalling my purpose, I reach for Moeka's phone. No! A sharp crack echoes through the room. Moeka slapped my hand away. It didn't hurt, but her reaction was lightning quick. Now Moeka curls up into a ball, hugging the phone tightly to her chest. It was like this from the moment I met her. She never let go of the phone, not even for a second, as if it were the only thing keeping her alive. No mails. No mails. You mean from FB? No mails. I make several more attempts to take her phone while she babbles incoherently, but she just slaps my hand away each time. This is Pangy and Kevin when a new gacha comes out. Oh my god. Hey, you be proud of Kevin. He's not playing the newest fad gacha. Next, I try persuasion. I promise to help her search for FB if she lends me her phone. It's a lie, of course, though come to think of it, I would like a piece of FB too. But that can wait until after I've saved Mayuri. But Moeka doesn't buy it, if that is she heard me at all. Damn it, we're not getting anywhere. Maybe I should take it from her by force. But if she tries to kill me before I send the D-mail, what will happen? In her current state, she might not have the strength to retaliate. On the other hand, if she does retaliate, there's not much I can do against someone with a gun. I'm not proud, I'm disappointed. What, you want Kevin to play the new weird gacha game? What should I do? Her gun. Where would she keep it? I quickly scanned the room. There's no sign of it. Crap, that startled me. Hello? I stand up and move to the entrance, where I can take the call without letting Moeka out of my sight. Where are you? Sorry, I'm busy. Is it a woman? You're the woman, aren't you? Is that the first thing that comes to mind? You really are a mainstream girl. Shut up. You promised you'd help with the phone wave, remember? Or is your lab mem number just for show? Get Daru to help. I can't do it today. What are you doing? Where are you? Kiryu Moeka's apartment. So you are with woman. You're the worst. Has she not met Moeka on this world line? I quickly give Kurisu a simplified version of the usual explanation. Kurisu listens attentively, as she always does. Maybe she's more considerate than I gave her credit for. So we're just gonna talk about these things in Moeka's, like, hearing range. As soon as I finish, Kurisu gives it to me straight. You have to take it from her by force. You've seen too many Hollywood movies. You're up against an agent of CERN. Play nice and you could end up dead. Don't hesitate. Remember, you're doing this to save Mayuri. I know you're pretty weak and scrawny, but you should be able to handle her in her current state. Gee, thanks. At least she's not beating around the bush. Suddenly, she lowers her voice. You might think I'm a monster for saying this. Not that I care what you think, but kill her if you have to. You're a monster. But you're not a hypocrite. That's what I love about you, Christina. Love? Compared to the 999 other plot holes, this is nothing. I thought you were saying there was a lot of plot holes in 999, like Zero Escape 1. I'm like, Phil! What's the matter with her now? I mean it. I wish my conviction were as strong as yours. Well, thanks. But that's not all, right? There's a reason you're willing to suggest murder as an option. How did you reach that conclusion? Good, you're still thinking. I can't be certain whether your story is true, and I don't quite understand this attractor field hypothesis. But based on what you told me, if this Kiryu woman commits suicide 4 days from now, then that means her death flag is already active. In other words, this world line has approved her death. On previous world lines, where that wasn't the case, you probably couldn't have killed her even if you tried. Something would have happened to prevent it. Or possibly, killing her would have it caused a dramatic shift on world line divergence. But on this specific world line, her death is already certain. As you've experienced with Mayuri's death, the result is what matters, not the process. I believe the same applies to Kiryu. It doesn't matter how she dies. In other words, I can kill her instead of letting her commit suicide? She's already going to die, so that makes it okay. That's the kind of argument a murderer would make. Don't be a hypocrite. We're not talking about right and wrong, Hirokabe. She's unforgiving as always, but it actually feels nice to speak frankly like this. But what about the law? Even if fate forgives me, society won't. Right. Oh, you see, she was gonna commit suicide in 4 days, so I just did her a favor. As long as you have the time leap machine, you can undo anything, even murder. The result will be that you've gained the necessary information without killing anybody. I understand. Phew. Just remember one thing, you're responsible for what you do. I guess that's quite a thing for me to say, huh? After telling you to kill her. It's fine. Your advice was truly becoming of a mad scientist. Get it done, Okabe. Bye. Oh my god! She hangs up without another word. Strangely, I find Kurisu's harsh tone encouraging. Who does she think she is, a general? Okay, was this part of the anime? I manage a smirk as I close my phone. Moeka's sitting on the floor still. Kill her if you have to, Kurisu said. Moeka did the same to us. She doesn't deserve mercy. Kill her or let her live. It's my choice, my responsibility. Even after I undo the murder, the memory of my crime will remain with me. That sin, that guilt, all to carry that weight, I mustn't forget. That's what Kurisu meant when she spoke of responsibility. Murder is unforgivable, no matter what the circumstances. Can you understand that, Kiryu Moeka? I reach for Moeka's phone. This time, there's no hesitation. No! Moeka resists. I grab her slender hand and pin it to the window. What is with this angle? The glass rattles from the force, but thankfully doesn't break. With my other hand, I pry the phone away from Moeka's chest. She drives her foot straight into my solar plexus. The breath explodes from my lungs. I gasp for air. In a fit of anger, I raise my hand to strike. But at the last moment, I hesitate. Damn, what happened to killing her if I have to? I know we're past the point of playing nice, but I've never hit a girl in my life. I don't consider myself a model gentleman or anything, but the idea of that men aren't supposed to hit women is such a strong part of my common sense that it stayed my hand almost like instinct. So instead, I wrap my hand around Moeka's neck and squeeze. She tries to kick me again. I pin her legs under my own. I squeeze harder. My fingers dig into her throat. Oh my, Marissa. Groping is okay. Right. She struggles for breath. I feel her throat moving as she gasps for air. I can finally see my reflection in her tear-ridden eyes. Now I have your attention. Moeka is under control, but now I don't have a free hand to take the phone. If I loosen my grip on her throat even slightly, it'll turn into a struggle again. Moeka's hiding her phone behind her back now. I need that phone. Should I let go of her hand or her neck? Give me your phone. Moeka weakly shakes her head. If you don't, I'll kill you. I wonder if I even can. I can undo it with the time leap machine. Please don't. It'll be the perfect crime, one that never happened, but still, do I really have it in me to murder someone? I don't know, but I have to try? Hand it over or I'll kill you. No words leave Moeka's lips, just rough breathing. Stalemate. Neither of us show any other sign of openings. Knock her out! Smack her in the head and throw her on the floor. Take the phone, leave. You don't gotta brutally strangle her like Jesus Christ. We're practically motionless, but our breathing is ragged. It's taking all my strength just to pin her down. Our rough breathing echoes from the room. For a moment, it seems to synchronize. This is getting me nowhere. I remove my hand from her neck, and then I use my entire left arm to pin her against the wall in a guillotine choke. She starts groaning in pain. My right hand has her left hand up against the glass. Now I pull her hand down and transfer it to the grip of my left hand. Now my right hand is free. I slide it behind her back and go searching for her phone. I have to lean in close to do this. I press my body up against hers. Pain explodes in my jaw. I lean back. Moeka's readying another headbutt. I put more strength into the guillotine choke to stop her. Moeka's face twists in pain and she struggles to escape my grasp. My guillotine choke seems to be working. She doesn't have the strength to resist. If I push any harder, she really might die. I push harder. Moeka writhes in pain. Tears fall from her eyes and drool from her mouth. As her resistance weakens, my right hand finds Moeka's phone. She still has it in a tight grip, but I manage to tear it away. I quickly release Moeka and step away. She bends over and coughs violently, but she still reaches out to me with tears in her eyes. She wants her phone back. I don't care. I look at the screen. Yeah, this is not a good read. It shows an email draft with a string of FBs entered. I clear the text and start typing a new mail. but her phone's different from mine, so I don't quite know how to use it. Let's see. Startled, I look up to see Moeka staggering to her feet. She's like a goddamn zombie. I quickly run outside and close the door behind me. Then I lean my entire body weight onto it so she can't open it from the inside. The doorknob rattles as she tries to open the door. Aren't there other tenants in this building? Like, the fuck? And she starts pounding on the inside. It's a good thing doors in Japan open out. You wouldn't see this in a Hollywood movie. Anyway, I have her phone. Now I just need to pretend to be Moeka and send the cancellation email. Moeka's changes to the past will be canceled. The world line will change. The IBN 5100 will come back to me. And then we'll hack into CERN. Mission complete. Right. We'll just gel with the plot hole. Fate won't have Mayuri this time. Victory will be mine. This is Makise. Get ready for the D-mail. So, it's telling me the guide says not to send this. And I don't miss out on anything. Apparently. Okay, but what's that noise? I'm having a little trouble here. So you didn't kill her. Good job. I tell her Moeka's address. It's ready. And Mayuri? Still here. She's at the Bronze Tube workshop trying to get the manager to turn on the CRT. You didn't tell her anything, did you? Ah!
You were beautiful while you lasted.
It's after the point where you might quit. Oh. About her death? Of course not. Good. Don't hang up yet. I put my phone down and resume typing into Moeka's phone. A middle-aged lady comes out of the apartment next door. Our eyes meet, so I put on a forced smile. The lady grins mockingly before going back inside. I wonder what she was thinking. Maybe she thought it was a lover's quarrel. In the mail, I write model change, do it now before sold out. Moeka's D-mail said don't change models. The desire for limited edition, hard-to-find products is hard-coded into Japanese DNA. Appealing to that instinct should work. The insistent pounding on the door grows louder. But now I hear groaning on the other side. I can't believe how persistent she is. Is her phone really that important to her? But I've already won. All I have to do is send the D-mail. I'll never forgive you, Moeka. But at least our relationship ends here. Let this be the last time we meet. I raise the phone to eye level. I take a deep breath. It ends now. I press send. No vertigo, no dizziness, nothing. Reading Steiner didn't activate. What? Why? Why didn't the world line change? Did the phone wave fail to function? I bring my phone back to my ear, Karisu's still on the line. Ah! No, you just romancer! Well? Did you send it? Yes. Did it work? The discharge is occurring as normal. So it worked, right? Definitely. The world line didn't change. You mean it failed? Why? Consider the possibilities. Maybe the message wasn't enough to persuade Moeka to change models. Hey baby, sorry about earlier. Miss you. Wanna try again? Hehe. Could we have sent it to the wrong date? It's July 31st, I'm sure of it. Check the original D-mail. When the original D-mail arrived. Maybe her reaction will change if the new one arrives just after that. What a pain. The pounding on the door has ceased. Did she finally give up? No, she wouldn't give up. Because she planned to climb out the window and loop around. But we're on the second floor. That would be quite a feat. Maybe she's getting her gun. I should still have some time left. Try sending different messages. If that doesn't work, I'll adjust the timer. Just be a cringe weeb, Lord Chicks Dads. You're a lifesaver. What's going on there? Is Mr. Braun freaking out? I can hear him shouting from below. Hashida and Mayuri are trying to calm him down, but who knows how long that'll last. I don't think there's much time left. I put my phone into my pocket and hang up. Change the message and send another D-mail. But still, nothing happens. Change now? Your phone is cursed? What am I doing wrong? I'd like to ask Moeka, but if I go back inside now, she'll probably just attack me. Which reminds me, she's been awfully quiet. What is she doing? Maybe she really did go out the window. I look around, I don't see her anywhere. Think, why didn't the D-mail work? I wipe the sweat from my brow, my entire body is soaked. It must be the adrenaline. What if Moeka changed addresses when she got a new phone? Take out my phone. Are you there? Still not working? I tried 2 more times, but nothing. I frantically consider my options as I stare hard at Moeka's phone. The walkway is dim, but Moeka's gaudy purple phone shines in the faint light. D-mail that Facebook wants her to change phones. Yes, exactly. So smart, Kuroi. Wait. I take another good look at the phone. There's something wrong here. What is it? Okabe, what's wrong? Gaudy purple. Latest model. Removable LCD screen. Model number GG01. My eyes tell me that there's nothing wrong. I saw this phone when Moeka sent her D-mail, and many times before. She was never without it. It's a Game Boy Color. It's the same. Nothing has changed. Nothing changed. What hasn't changed? Why hasn't it changed? Why is it the same as before Moeka sent her D-mail? Moeka's D-mail said don't change models. She should have had a different phone when she sent it, but she didn't. It was the same phone I'm holding right now. There's only one explanation. She never changed models to begin with. No way. She lied to me. Moeka's email wasn't about her phone. It was about the IBM 5100. Yes. That sneaky little... The door violently shakes behind my back. It's much stronger than before. She must be ramming something hard and heavy against the door. I quickly move away from the door. The door shakes again. I can see the frame starting to warp. She's crazy. I suppose I should be thankful she doesn't have a gun, but honestly, this is terrifying enough. It chills my blood to think of what her face must look like now. I've never been the target of such single-minded obsession before. But unfortunately, I can't run away. I need to face Moeka again and wring the information out of her. Both Ferris and Lukaku remembered their D-mails. With prodding, Moeka will remember too. I need that information. Crap. I don't want to go in there. Oh, fuck. My teeth are chattering. This is pathetic. I thought I'd won when I snatched her phone, but now my advantage is gone. Why wouldn't you just send an email? God, Okabe, you could send an email on Moeka's phone and just say, FB says the IBM 5100 is at random store in Akiba. And then she might not go to Yanabayashi Shrine. She changed Femboy model to FB, but FB doesn't love her the same way she did the last Femboy did. Not FB standing Femboy for Femboy. It all leads back to Lukaku, I guess. Okabe, answer me! Christina. What's that pounding? Are you okay? Moeka's email wasn't about a model exchange. What do you mean? She must have changed the text right before we sent it. That's why the cancellation mails aren't working. Did you check her history? It might still be there. Her arrival history. Of course, even if it's not in her sent history, it should still be in the arrival history. I glare at the purple phone in hand. It's a good thing Moeka didn't change phones. Now I know exactly where the D-mail went. I should have thought of that. Checking now. For a second, I thought it would be easy. I should have known better. Moeka's not a casual phone user. Her mailbox is literally hundreds of entries over the last weeks. Almost all from FB. Some of my mails are sprinkled in. I don't have time to search through each of these mails. Not to mention the pounding on the door freaking me out. Christina, I seem to be in a spot of trouble. If I fail, I'm leaving the rest to you. Don't be ridiculous. If you're in trouble, then get out of... I hang up. The lady next door comes out again, alarmed by the escalating noise. She glares at me. But when she sees the magnitude of the door's damage, the lady opens her eyes in shock and runs back inside. I'm not leaning against the door anymore. Moeka could just open it, but hasn't realized that. She's so fixated on getting her phone back, she'd destroy her own door. In any case, I don't have time to check her mail history. I put the phones into my pockets and move to the side of the door. I carefully grip the doorknob and wait for the interval between bangs. Now, I yank the door open. A coffee table flies out and smashes into the walkway railing. Okabe! Her screech raises hairs all over my body. She's standing in the entrance like a revenant at the gates of hell. I step back. My knees tremble, but then I remember what I'm here to do. I gather my resolve, enter the room, and close the door behind me. Oh god. Or at least I try. The door's bent and won't fully close. I give up locking it. Give it back! Moeka glares at me, shaking with fury. Why didn't he just run? First, I have to restrain her again. Hey, baby, what's wrong? This is a woman who would kill on command, who would break her own door just to retrieve her phone. It's too dangerous to let her be. I'm stronger, I need to get her on the ground. There's no time, it's now or never. Crushing my fear, I charge Moeka at full speed. Our bodies collide. Moeka tries to twist away, but I grab her clothes and use my momentum to push her to the floor. The back of her head hits the floor. Her resistance weakens. She doesn't know how to break a fall, some secret agent. I quickly straddle her waist. Now she's mine. Give it back! Moeka flails her arms and legs wildly. I should have known she wouldn't give up. Her fist strikes my jaw. Fortunately, Moeka is weak. The blow does little damage. I still need to stop her from struggling. First, her hands. I start with her left. I grab her wrist and pin it to the floor. A fist flies towards my face. It pops against my left eye, blanking my vision for a second. She seems to stop struggling for a moment. Her hand claws weakly at the air, but it turns out that she was reaching for my hair. She grabs it hard. I feel several strands tear free of my scalp. I get a grip on Moeka's face and press her head against the floor. She tries to bite my fingers, so I pull my hand back. I grab the hand that's grabbing my hair and dig my nails into her wrist. Ow. She doesn't let go of my hair. All the while, my feet are pounding against her back. She's also trying to free her left hand. I can't take much more of this. I instinctively headbutt Moeka with all my strength. The sickening sound of bone against bone echoes inside my head. The impact makes me dizzy, but I fight it. Moeka goes limp and opening. Finally, I succeed at pinning down both her hands. Her glasses fell off at some point during the struggle. Her red, swollen eyes give her an even more demented look. There's an angry bump on her forehead where I headbutted her. That hurt, you crazy bitch. She spits at me. The lukewarm saliva hits my face. Ugh. I want to wipe it off, but my hands are full. Moeka glares at me. There are tears in her eyes, perhaps from pain. Eye contact. Good. We're making progress. Moeka breaks eye contact even when I mention it. She stares at my pockets. She must have caught a glimpse of purple. I'm not giving it back. I smile scornfully. I'm not letting you escape into your own little world again. You don't have that right. Give it back. Come and get it. She tries again to free her hands. I lean in harder to keep them pinned. My strength and position are superior, so Moeka accomplishes nothing. Next, she struggles to free her body. Same results. My god. I clamp my thighs around her hips and hold her down. She does look kind of dead when she looks away. She occasionally knees me in the back, but I can bear the pain. It's not enough to make me forfeit this position. Not the worst romance path in the game so far. I can keep this up as long as I have to. Who's going to tire out first? Moeka, without a doubt. I don't do sports or anything, so I'm not that strong. But I'm on top. I don't need to expend much energy to keep her pinned. Why did you take it? Give it back! Give it back! Keep screaming. She can scream and spit all she likes. Nothing will make me give up the position. I don't care about your phone issues. I don't care about FB. Moeka shakes her head violently. She's just wasting her energy. I maintain position and stare down at Moeka. You don't kill her on this world line, and the world lines where you did have already been erased. But I remember everything you did. Everything that never happened. I'll never forget when you killed Mayuri, and I'll never forgive you. So there's no escape for you today. We're gonna stay here as long as it takes. Until now, I've always run away from facing Moeka. But I can't do that on this world line. I have to know what her D-mail said. So let's be honest with each other, huh? Moeka's still struggling. Give it back! Give it back! Give it back, I'll kill you, I'll fucking kill you. Let me go. I'll tear your fucking eyes out. So you can talk without your phone, I'm impressed. Piece of shit, I'll gut you with a kitchen knife. I'm a mad scientist. Dissection is my specialty. This woman's out of control. Does she want another headbutt that badly? A knock sounds from the door. Moeka and I both look at the door in surprise. What is this? This is a very violent stream, Fables. It's not what it looks like. We're like murdering her / restraining her, not doing anything else. Yet. Hello, this is Nishida from next door. Is everything okay? Do you need the police? If not, then could you please keep it down? The walls here are pretty thin. Damn, I didn't think about that. I can't have her calling the police. Moeka suddenly screams. What now? I need to silence her. I can't use either hand. There's only one way.
My goodness, how awful!
I expected him to kill her, not do this.
Do you understand?
My loveless kiss shuts her up quite effectively. I lock eyes with her as well, trading glares in silence. Kids these days yelling about murder. I finally hear the neighbor's footsteps recede. What a relief. Yes, of course she bit you. Of course she bit you! When I feel around my lip and the tip of my tongue, the taste of blood spreads from the laceration. Moeka breathes wildly as she glares at me with tearful eyes. Don't act like it's your first time. You're older than me, remember? She grimaces and looks away. Her pink lips glisten with saliva. I might find the sight alluring if the situation were different. Moeka turns her face and looks up through the open curtains at the bright moonlight outside the window. How much time has passed? It feels like it's already been dozens of hours, but it's still night outside, so it probably hasn't been more than 1 or 2. Yeah, Fabbles. Moeka hasn't said a word since I kissed her. She hasn't tried to escape either. Her expression is blank. She's just staring off to the side. What is she looking at? I follow her gaze, but the only thing there is a half-empty bottle of water. Has she given up? Either way, I can't let my guard down. It may be stress, but it feels like my body is going numb, and I've been drenched in sweat for a while now. This room has no air conditioning whatsoever. The heat is starting to get to me.
Yay!
I thought I had an overwhelming advantage in this position, but it's harder to maintain than I expected. Not only do I have to keep Moeka pinned, I also have to keep a close eye on her so she doesn't try anything. All Moeka has to do is lie there. She can rest and try again when she's ready. Will this last all night? At this rate, my strength might give out first. Fear mounts. If she escapes, she's going to try to kill me. She must have her gun somewhere, I'm sure. I consider calling Karisu for help, but I can't use either hand and don't know what time it is. Damn, it's almost like I'm the one trapped. No, stay positive. You can do this. Yeah. Not to my place, to their place. Thank you, Malfagor. Moeka's dependent on her phone. That's her weak point. If I keep her separated from her phone, then sooner or later, her will to resist should collapse. It's a matter of whose strength will fall first. Okabe-kun.
Okabe-kun.
Suddenly, Moeka calls my name. What do I have to do? Now she's trying to ask nicely. Does this mean she's given up? This is what I was waiting for. Now I move in for the kill. Do you remember sending a D-mail? A D what? D-mail. An email that you send in the past. You sent one to your own phone. You led me to think it was about a phone model exchange, but you changed the text before you sent it. Her typing speed is lightning fast. It should have been easy to type a mere 36 characters while Daru and I were preoccupied with the phone wave name subject to change. Your D-mail changed the past. Don't you remember? Normally, once the past changes, everything until that point is undone. But it should be possible to make Moeka remember because Lukaku and Ferris did. You called the D-mail fake weeks ago? Yeah. I don't know. You do know. You just haven't remembered yet. Remember. Remember or else. Or else what? I don't know. This is just a tactic to put pressure on her. I have another plan to make her remember. Moeka turns away again and bites her lip. Tears start falling from her eyes. I watch, never once taking my eyes off her. My god, what? Why does it keep showing this? I didn't notice before, but her shirt must have become undone during the struggle. Yeah, totally. I could see the alluring curves of her collarbone, the skin of her large, pale breasts. Oh my god.
Hello?
The scene is hot for the intended audience. This is fucked up.
I can't do this.
Please, no more shower CGs. Yeah. Normally, Moeka could be mistaken for an elegant, beautiful woman, but now she has large shadows under her eyes, her skin is rough, her face is pale. She looks more intoxicated than intoxicating. Her entire body reeks of death. She's clearly insane. This is the real Moeka. I wish I'd realized it sooner. I really don't know. If I could remember, I would. But I don't remember anything. Moeka's gaze shifts constantly, from me to the ceiling and then to the window. But her slow murmuring is evidence that she's almost beat. Just a little more, and her resistance will end. Fine, I'll change the question. You received a strange email about 2 weeks ago. It came from your own number, and it was dated several days in the future. Moeka's eyes opened wide. Gotcha. You remember? Good. That was the email. What did it say? If I tell you, I'll return your phone. Fuck you. She suddenly curses at me. I won't tell you. Why not? Yeah, what do you mean I got 3? It's my mission. Her mission? I recall what Moeka told me on a previous world line. The Rounder's mission is to find and acquire IBN 5100s. In that case, the IBN 5100. She fell into my trap. Her reflexive response was all I needed to see. Fine, then I'm uninstalling Facebook and also sending a DM to Zuckerberg-sama and telling him that you hate him. Hey, Trash. You've come at a very compromising point of the stream. We're gonna uninstall it. She would totally use X. It was about the IBN 5100. How much do you know? Oh, as you can see, we just had a violent, somewhat sexually charged fight scene with a girl. It's a lot. How much do you know? I'm asking the questions here, just answer. I can't. I won't betray FB. So you're choosing FB over your phone? How loyal. But Mayuri's fate hangs in the balance. I can't give up. Moeka still hasn't calmed down. She's been opening and closing her hands for a while now. She's not trying to escape restraint. She's just twisting her body, licking her lips, shaking her head, trying to brush the hair off her face. It's like she's suffering from withdrawal without her phone. Soon, she won't have the mental fortitude to resist. If she won't talk now, then I'll just wait until she will. Is it really that painful to not have your phone? Why are you so dependent on it? I can't talk to people. Talking right now, aren't you? And when she attacked the lab, she was leading a squad of hardened killers. But Moeka shakes her head violently. I can't. If I can't use email, then I'll be cut off from the world. What? Are you fishing for sympathy? You're just afraid of being abandoned by the Rounders, aren't you? No, not the Rounders. FB. That's the same thing, isn't it? They don't save the world. Then don't save the world. You're the one who killed an innocent girl. You're the one who erased Mayuri from the world. I didn't kill her. Not on this world line, maybe. But on another world line, you came to steal our time machine. You killed her. You killed Mayuri. On the world line where I interrogated Moeka, she told me that Mayuri was expendable. It didn't matter to CERN whether she lived or died. If FB told me to, then yes, I killed her. Who is FB? Where the hell is he? I asked her the same question back then, but another Rounder appeared before she could answer. Something tells me she won't have backup this time. Moeka's position in the Rounders has changed. I can't tell you. Then let me tell you something. Listen good. If you're holding out for backup, you can forget it. Nobody's coming to save you. The pain and despair are just going to get worse. In 4 days, you'll kill yourself. Moeka seems startled by this. I go in for the kill. I came here from the future, using the time machine CERN wants so badly. That's how I know. You kill yourself in this room all alone. Your precious FB doesn't save you. No one does. Not the Rounders, not CERN, and not the Committee of 300. Your boss hasn't replied to your mails, has he? You know why? Because you've been abandoned. Moeka's face contorts in despair. Once again, tears fall from her eyes. Guilt squeezes my heart. I know that I'm causing this woman pain. Inside of me, a voice whispers that it's nothing compared to what she did to Mayuri, that I have no reason to show mercy to a murderer. But at the same time, my conscience screams that it's wrong to hurt someone. Yes, thank you. No matter who they are or what they've done. Insane mad scientist my ass. I'm afraid to hurt my mortal enemy. I'm nothing but a hypocrite. FB doesn't deserve your loyalty. Tell me everything. I ignore the ache in my heart and push harder. But Moeka shakes her head violently. FB wouldn't betray me. FB wouldn't abandon me. Then why do you kill yourself in 4 days? You kill me and make it look like a suicide. I wouldn't need to cover it up if I killed you. I'd just undo your death with my time machine. When I got here, you were sitting in the corner like a limp rag, crying about how FB wouldn't answer. Remember? But no matter how many days has it been, how often did FB contact you before, and when did it stop? I keep the questions coming and need to pile on the pressure. It used to be every day, but it's already been 10 days. 10 days with no contact, correct? Moeka looks up at me with pleading eyes. I won't betray FB. FB betrayed you. I believe in FB. He threw you away. FB used you, and now your usefulness has ended. FB isn't like that. Then what sort of person was he? She was gentle to me. Like a mother. I finally had a place I belonged. A mother? FB is a woman? I expected an evil-looking old man like you see in the movies, but I guess I was wrong. I'd like to talk to her about my worries. She always replied right away. Like a friend, but gentle, accepting. Have you met her? Moeka shakes her head weakly. You haven't met, even though she's like your mother, your friend. Damn. If they had met, then I could have gotten Moeka to lead me to her. Rounders must hide their identities from one another. So you've talked, but you've never met. But you must have wanted to meet her, right? Even if it was against the rules. No. No. It would ruin everything if she saw the real me. Did she ever say she wanted to meet you? No, never. I never asked. So no phone calls either then. Moeka turns away. She nods faintly. She's being catfished? She does seem like she's being catfished. I wonder who... I was just thinking in my head, like, what other female characters do we know in the game? There's, like, none. I'm taking a break to go make a drink. Because I need it after this. This has been a lot. So I'm going to leave you with that. Okay. Hi. Cheers. Didn't you wonder why? Why would such a kind, gentle woman refuse to meet you in person? Was it really just the rules? And why isn't she returning your emails now? Think about it. She was using you, and you were tricked. Don't say that! She's not like that! What did her last email say before she stopped contacting you? Leave the IBN 5100 at the designated location. The IBN 5100? Moeka, you fool. You let your tongue slip. 2 weeks ago, FB told her to leave the IBN 5100 at a drop point. That means she already had it in her possession at that time. I recall how Moeka kept bombarding me with questions about the IBN 5100. I might have let it slip that I found the computer at Yanabayashi Shrine. After that, she sent her D-mail. The world line changed. The lock was broken on the shrine's storehouse door. The IBN 5100 was gone. I want to know who's behind the catfish now. We should definitely get... We gotta get Neve and Max on it. Reverse image search. Yeah, she was in the lab with him looking at it when he said where he got it from. These facts point to one conclusion. She sent herself the location of the IBN 5100. Yes, and we realized this like 30 hours ago. Now that I know, it seems so obvious. If only I hadn't trusted Moeka. If only I had seen through her lies. But no, I played right into her hands. I was the tool's tool. I almost burst into self-deriding laughter. But I desperately hold it back and keep a straight face. What was the designated location? The coin locker in front of Daibiru. With the babies. The coin locker in front of Daibiru. Wait, isn't that where Lukaku hid the IBN 5100 on the previous timeline? Is this another effect of the convergence? Can I retrieve the IBN 5100 if I go there now? No, I can't expect it to still be there. Remember what happened with Lukaku. The invisible force of convergence is keeping the IBN 5100 away from me. If I want to get it back, I need to cancel Moeka's D-mail. I know the message. I've already reached my goal. Yeah, this part is ridiculously long. Moeka starts crying softly. I sigh deeply and lift myself off Moeka's body. Then I lean back against the wall and stretch my aching limbs. I take Moeka's phone out of my pocket. I'm using your phone. Moeka gets up slowly. She wipes her tears and fixes her hair and clothes. Her wavy hair obscures her face from this angle, so I can't make out her expression. She doesn't react to what I said. Even though I'm no longer restraining her, she doesn't try to attack me and take her phone back. I open Moeka's mailbox and search for the D-mail. It takes about 3 minutes and I finally found it. 3 mails from Moeka's phone, each 12 characters, on August 4th, received on July 31st. Retro PCs at Yanabayashi Shrine. Just as expected, Moeka changed her D-mail in the few seconds I had my back turned. All I need to do now is send the cancellation mail. I'm surprised she hasn't shot you with a gun. Okabe? Go at the lab. Don't worry me like that, idiot. What were you worried about? You were worried about me? I mean, you set off an obvious death flag. I'm surprised you're still alive. Where are you now? I'm standing by at the lab. Set up the machine. I'm sending another D-mail. Destination? July 31st, 11 a.m. 11 a.m. on the 31st. Do not go. Not shrine, it's a trap. While Kurisu calculates the hours, I type the mail. It says, do not go, not shrine, it's a trap. I address the mail to the phone wave, name subject to change. Okay, all set. Alright, activated. Activated. I press the send button. The mail starts sending. Reading Steiner should activate, this time for sure. I brace myself for the incoming vertigo. Well? Nothing. Why won't it change? Another mistake? No, there's no way. I know that Moeka's message... I know what it said. This D-mail should have canceled it. Why isn't it working? What the hell's wrong this time? What did the first email say? That the IBN 5100 was at Yanabayashi Shrine. I tried to cancel it by telling her it's a trap, but it didn't work. I'll try to phrase it differently. Wait, we went through this with the Lotto 6 experiment, remember? The Lotto 6 experiment. I sent myself the winning numbers, but the past me didn't buy the ticket. Instead, he gave the winning numbers to Lukaku. The person who reads the D-mail chooses whether or not to act accordingly. Kiryu learned the IBN 5100 was at the shrine. Though the cancellation mail came right afterward, I guess she ignored it and went anyway. Maybe she didn't believe the cancellation mail. Or maybe she was so diligent she decided to check it out even when told not to. I glance at Moeka. She's still hanging her head, but the tears have run dry. I wonder if she's listening. Damn. Even when told it was too risky to go anyway, she went. We need a more persuasive message, something that will prevent her from going to the shrine. Like what? That's the problem. Is it possible to persuade her with just 36 bytes of text? Or maybe we should consider other possibilities. What if I send a D-mail to myself on July 30th? Could I beat her to the IBN 5100? Were you interested in the IBN 5100 then? When did I start caring about the IBN 5100? I can't remember. Fine, that's out. How do I... That would have worked! So how do I convince Moeka to listen? At that moment, an electric shock runs through my brain. 2 initials. What? Moeka's handler. She's obsessed with FB. If the mail comes from FB, she'll do whatever it says. Do you have FB's phone? No. They haven't even met. We don't know where FB is. And there's nothing we can do. Give me a little time. Gonna make me wait again? Well, I've been pulling all-nighters recently, so whatever. Just don't do anything stupid, okay? Yep, time to hack Facebook and make enemies out of them, too. So even after prying answers out of Moeka, there's still more work to be done. Fate really seems to love getting in my way. Alright, to break out of this world line, I need FB's identity and location. I call Moeka's name. When she finally looks up, I drop her phone into her lap. She accepts it with a confused expression. Looks like we're searching for FB now. Moeka grips her phone, but she doesn't look at the screen. I sigh deeply. I need to get as much information out of FB, on FB, out of her as I can. They need to wrap this up. I'm sleepy. We still have another hour of Steins Gate, Marissa. This would be a pretty short route if we could get to the beginning to end all in one stream. But we'll see. How exactly did you become a rounder? Honestly, I couldn't care less. I hate having to stand here and talk with the woman who killed Mayuri. Hugging her phone close to her chest, Moeka retrieves her glasses and puts them back on. 4 years ago, I tried to kill myself. Her voice is barely audible. For a moment, I'm surprised she's not talking by mail. I had no hope. I wanted to get away from everything. Why? Yeah, that's gonna suck, Marissa. No big reason. Her expression is blank, lifeless like always. But behind her glasses, her eyes are red from crying. They are the only trace of emotion on her doll-like face. Little things, lots of little things, piled up. I've always been like this. And your family. Alright, you gotta sleep. Alright, have a good night, Marissa. Yep. From here on out, hello, future Marissa. And, let's keep going for about another hour. Moeka shakes her head a little. She has none, I guess. I don't bother asking whether she ever had parents. It doesn't matter. I locked myself in my room and overdosed on sleeping pills. But I didn't die. Afterwards, I got a mail. Recruiting rounders, it said. It was sent to hundreds of people, not just me. Isn't that spam? Do the Rounders really recruit like that? Ridiculous. Nothing mattered anymore, so on a whim I replied. And then FB contacted me. Ever since I followed FB's orders. Were you always stationed in Akiba? Moika shakes her head. Until 3 months ago, I was in Nagoya. Before that, Yokohama. Before that... The Rounders' chief duty is to acquire IBN 5100s. I guess they had her traveling all over Japan, digging up info on retro PCs. How many IBN 5100s have you found so far? Not even one. No results? Sounds like CERN is spending a lot of effort for not much return. I sigh deeply once again. So what now? Are you going to sit here wallowing in despair until you kill yourself 4 days from now? Or do you want to rebel against fate? Can hack Uber, super evil, secret organization, can't hack phone company? Yeah, seriously! Right? Couldn't we just use Daru? You know, he's supposed to be the super hacker or whatever. Rebel. Even as I asked a question, I know that for her, rebellion is impossible. This world line has already approved her death. She's in the same situation as Mayuri. No matter what she does, she will die. I know that, and yet I asked the question. FB used you and threw you away. Accept it. And then ask yourself what you're going to do about it. Moika looks down. Even if FB did use me, that was the only place I belonged. That was the first time in my entire life that I was needed. FB gave me purpose. To protect that purpose, to protect FB, I would do anything. You're beyond hope. Stand up. Drown in your dependence for all I care. Your death has already been decided. But I won't let fate have its way. I'm rebelling to the end. No matter what, I will save Mayuri. Just a little bit more. I can't give up now. It's midnight and Akiba is practically empty. The silence is eerie. There's no sign of anyone near the coin locker. Considering the IBN 5100 size, it couldn't fit in the regular size lockers. We got 1 hour till Among Us, Lisa. The light's on. The bottom locker is still in use. Is the IBN 5100 inside? My heart starts pounding in my chest. I feel my face grew hot with excitement. We've been apart for so long, my partner, but now only a thin locker separates us. Is this what love feels like? Let's not go crazy. I force myself to consider the situation calmly. Alright, sounds good, Lisa. Is the IBN 5100 really inside? I want to check right this instant. I can't believe I forgot to ask Moeka which locker she used. Should I get a crowbar or something to pry the locker open? If the IBN 5100 really is inside and I steal it, what will happen to the world line? I have yet to cancel all the D-mails, hi Armin. Which I thought was the only way to restore the original world line. But now the IBN 5100 is so close, why can't I just reach out and take it? And then the baby starts, wah! I know how to cancel Moeka's D-mail, so I can always do that if it doesn't work. Let's try it just to make sure. First, I make a quick visit to the lab. Ignoring the complaints of the lab mems who stayed awake in the lab all night, I retrieve a makeshift crowbar from the development room. Then I return to the lockers and thrust the pointed tip of the crowbar into the crack of the door. Malfagor, your timing? Just as I begin to pry, a shrill siren shatters the night. I look up to see the red lights of a patrol car coming this way. Their timing couldn't be worse. The police release me after about 30 minutes of scolding. I return to the coin locker and try to pry it open again. Immediately, another patrol car appears. This time, they take me to the police station. You idiots! I'm stuck in the interrogation room all night, getting preached to by policemen. I conclude that this is another effect of the attractor field convergence. No matter what I do, I cannot obtain the IBN 5100 on this world line. That is what fate has decreed. I get the police to call my father, and they finally release me. They didn't go so far as to arrest me, but the policemen, as well as my father, scold me harshly. I act apologetic, but in actuality, their words fall on deaf ears. After my father goes home, I head straight to Moeka's apartment. I tried calling her. I took the opportunity to memorize her phone number yesterday, but she wouldn't pick up at all. Before I get there, I send a mail to Daru asking him to check if the coin locker is still occupied. The door to Moeka's apartment is unlocked. I find Moeka hugging her knees in the corner, just like she was when I first found her. You put the IBN 5100 in the bottom right locker, correct? How? Out of all the lockers, only 3 could hold the IBN 5100. Out of those 3, only the bottom one was in use. Checked. The big locker on the right is in use. What's this about? Don't make me your errand boy so early in the morning, fool. If that's the one you use, then FB hasn't picked it up yet. Do you know what that means? Moeka frowns. It means that if we stake out the locker, you'll get to meet FB. It hadn't occurred to you, some secret agent you are. I'm headed there now, you coming? What will you do if you meet her? Borrow her phone. That's the best way to prevent Moeka from going to Yanabayashi Shrine. I can meet her. I'm too afraid. The real me could never live up to her expectations. Something tells me her expectations were never that high to begin with. Moeka's face contorts again. I'm being blunt, not only because Moeka is Mayuri's murderer, but also because Moeka's weakness is starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so is this gonna be a character that we've seen before? What if FB is Suzuha? That would be so weird. Just like Daru's mail said, the locker is still occupied when I get there. I look around to make sure there are no patrol cars. No crowbars this time. I don't feel like getting arrested. I head across the street to Daibiru, hide out in one of its humongous pillars, and begin to stake out. What if it's Ferris Bueller and this is her day off? Oh my god. Nya! My legs are getting tired. I was going to borrow Mayuri's portable game console, and then I decided I didn't need the distraction. It's our dead twin No. Actually, that would make sense since Suzuha's mission was also to secure an IBN 5100. Yeah. We just have to see. It's still pretty tough to keep standing like this. I also need to stay inconspicuous. Someone might notice if they see me standing in the same place for hours. I wouldn't want a security guard to give me trouble. I mean, I guess there's not much to worry about. I've already been here for 7 hours without incident. My legs are numb, so I squat and lean against the pillar. So hungry. I'd love to go get some food, but I can't take my eyes off the locker. Just then, somebody taps me on the shoulder. FB? I try to leap to my feet, but my legs get tangled and I fall over. Moeka standing there, looking down at me with those glassy eyes. What are you doing here?
私も
I'll keep watch
張り
too.
込みをダメかな
Is that okay?
なぜ心変わりした
Why the change of heart? I stand up and dust off my
お
clothes.
前は FB とのメールだけの関係
You were comfortable with your male-only relationship, weren't you? I thought you wanted to remain that
な
distance.
のになぜ今さら一歩を踏み出そうと思った
I haven't seen such fine detective work since Makoto and her magazine. That's iconic that she does that. So what made you decide to risk a meeting?
このままじ
At this rate. Moeka puts her head on her knees. She looks ready to cry. She's seen that expression once. I've seen that expression once before in her moonlit apartment.
FB からの連
If I
絡
lose contact with FB, I'll lose my connection
断絶されるか
to all the world. Moeka nods faintly.
孤独に耐えられ
You
る
can't bear to be alone yourself, yet you'd end an innocent girl's life because some person you've never met told you to.
典型的な狂信
A
者
cultist, that's what you
お
are.
前は
And her cult leader, FB, abused her weakness before throwing her out like old clothes. It pisses me off. FB's cruelty, Moeka's weakness, I can't decide which I hate more. Then Moeka nervously brings out a convenience store bag.
なんだこれは
What's this? Instead of answering, Moeka looks away. I look inside. Milk and bean buns? Exactly what you need on a stakeout. There's enough for two.
もしかして
You brought this for me? Moeka nods. Very well. You may join the stakeout. Now we can take turns watching, and we'll also look less conspicuous to passersby. The night draws on and still no sign of FB. We nap in 1 hour shifts, but it doesn't help the exhaustion. On top of that, I don't have anyone to talk to. Moeka can't keep a conversation going, so there's nothing I can do to stave off the boredom. I went back to the lab to shower just before dawn, but Kurisu, who was working an all-nighter on the time leap machine, just glared at me. You stood up and closed the game for a minute earlier? I haven't closed the game. You still got 45 minutes, Ranger. The wait finally ends just after 1 p.m. on the 13th. Someone comes to open the lower right locker. We watch from behind the pillar. It's a nondescript, middle-aged man. He's dressed in a new suit, but it hangs rather poorly on him, as if he's not used to wearing it.
あいつが FB か
Is that FB? Moeka shakes her head firmly. FB is a woman.
となると
So maybe she hired someone to pick it up.
しに来た人間かもし
Or
れ
it could be someone from the locker company here to clear it after weeks overdue. That would make us all idiots, Moeka, FB, and me. The man has the key to the locker. He pays the late fee of 100 yen coins, then removes the cardboard box with the IBN 5100 inside. The man thought ahead and brought a push cart. He puts the IBN 5100 onto the push cart with a bit of effort and begins walking away. Follow him! The man heads straight for Akihabara Station. Strangely enough, he walks up to an overweight man standing in front of the ticket line. The overweight man is wearing a t-shirt and has all the signs of an otaku. He doesn't seem to have anything in common with the first guy. Looks like an average salaryman. They transfer the IBN 5100 into the overweight man's suitcase. After they exchange a few words, the overweight man enters the station alone. Then the guy in the suit leaves.
妙だ
Weird. What was the purpose of that transfer? Is the overweight man FB, or is he just another link in some kind of chain? At any rate, if we keep following the IBN 5100, we should reach FB eventually. We enter the station. The overweight man boards the Yamanote line. We board on the next car and keep watch through the connecting door. It's a weekday afternoon, so there aren't many passengers. 30 minutes later, we arrive at Shinjuku Station. Here, the train sees a sharp increase in passenger traffic. He's getting off. Moeka pulls on my sleeve. The overweight man has slipped into the stream of departing passengers. He's about to exit onto the platform. We follow him, but due to our slow reaction, we have to push our way through the boarding passengers. The train doors close, and it starts to depart. The man starts walking toward the exit. Shinjuku is crowded, so we have to follow close behind or we'll lose him. Then I stop in my tracks. What? The man is empty-handed. His suitcase is missing. What? For a second, I think we followed the wrong man, but no, that's definitely him. We watched him the whole time he was on the train. There's no doubt he had the suitcase when the train arrived in Shinjuku. Could he have passed it on to someone in the crowd? Yeah, Dot said that earlier, Ranger. It's a shame. Clever. They know how to lose a tail. I return to the lab and leap an hour back. I find myself inside the train. I know it's bad manners to use my phone on the train, but this is an emergency. According to the train's display, we're about to leave Otsuka for Ikebukuro. 3 stops to Shinjuku. Moika's next to me, acting inconspicuous. I peek at the overweight man in the next car. They'll make their move at Shinjuku. That guy's gonna get off, but he actually hands the package to someone else. He got us good just now. Just now? Doesn't look like Moika's caught on yet. I just time leaped from an hour in the future. Time leaped? Moika's eyes widen. The train arrives at Shinjuku on schedule. Just to make sure, I'll have Moika follow the man when he gets off. Before the doors open, I stealthily move to his car. So, wait a minute. I'm like trying to connect the dots here. Doesn't Moika attack? Doesn't Moika attack their lab because she wants to steal the time machine, not because of the IBN 5100? Well, I'm sure this is gonna come up. Because that means she has more than one objective. And she just acted weird when we mentioned a time leap machine. It's the same reason she doesn't attack on the Lukaku ending. Because the game also has no logic. He still has a suitcase with the IBN 5100. Now arriving at Shinjuku. The doors open and passengers spew out. The overweight man leaves too, just like last time. However, I knew it! He leaves a suitcase on the train. And now passengers from Shinjuku board. Someone walks up to the abandoned suitcase. It's a woman in her 30s pushing a baby stroller. There's no baby. The woman casually loads the suitcase into the stroller and sits down. After witnessing the scene, I return to the neighboring car. I need to be careful. These guys are serious about avoiding pursuit. The train starts moving. I contact Moika so we can regroup later. After that incident, the package swaps couriers like a hot potato, snaking around the tracks that run through Tokyo like a web. Whenever they give me the slip, I time leap and resume the chase. Finally, the courier and the package get aboard the Hibiya line and return to Akihabara Station, where it all began. What? Why would they get on a train, go all throughout Tokyo, and then loop back to where you started? I recognize the last courier. He's one of the men who raided the lab with Moika. Dark skin, crew cut, the one who hit me with his gun. The man easily carries the 25-kilo package out of the station, and we follow. The car honks its horn. Moika and I immediately hide. Peering out from cover, I see a white flatbed. Flatbed, I'm not hungry, you're hungry. Parked in front of the station. A muscular man hops out of the driver's seat. Yeah, I said flatbread. I'm like, I could go for a sandwich. What? What? Okay, wait. He said he's close with Suzuha. I think my Suzuha theory is gonna. I think my Suzuha theory is gonna be correct. Okay, I know that face. No, it can't be. I desperately try to organize my thoughts. That's Tennoji Yugo, owner of the Brawn Tube Workshop. Mr. Femboy? What? Mr. FB, if you will. Mr. Braun. Why? Why is he here? Does this mean he's connected to FB, to the Rounders? Was the Brawn Tube Workshop just a front for CERN? Is that how he could afford to keep it open? What's going on here? His shop is right below the lab. If he's working for the enemy, then... I shiver at the thought. Stop. Let's not rush to conclusions. He might just be another courier. We watch from a distance. Tennoji takes a suitcase from the crew cut man and loads it into the backseat of his car. Then he gets into the car alone and takes off towards Showadori. I stare after it in disbelief. Wait, why are we leaping? That's so interesting! I time leaped several hours before the first man arrived at the coin locker. Then I explained the situation to Moeka. My plan is to get ahead of the package. After killing some time at Starbucks, we rent a car. I don't have a license, so Moeka's driving. We go to the street in front of the roundabout, facing Showadori, and park near Yodobashi Camera. We now wait. Nervous? You look terrified. How long have you been driving? First time. What? This is your first time? Oh, come on, just don't crash. I was surprised Moeka had a license in the first place. Apparently FB told her it would come in handy for her rounder work. I have Moeka waiting in the car while I keep a lookout on the roundabout. The white station wagon's already stopped there. From this distance, I can clearly see Tennoji in the driver's seat. Nobody else is riding. The crew cut guy should arrive just after 5 p.m. As expected, the crew cut man arrives right on time, effortlessly dragging the suitcase behind him. It feels weird seeing the exact same scene from a different angle. I hurry back to the car where Moeka's waiting. He's coming. The station wagon rolls past us. It takes a left turn at the Showadori intersection towards Okachimachi. Moeka smoothly sets the car in motion. Finally, we arrive at Tennoji's house in wherever. This is the house where Suzuha lived. Her rusty old mountain bike is still sitting out front. Tennoji brings the IBN 5100 inside. We stop a little further down the street and watch. What does this mean? Where is FB? The question is, why did he bring it inside? Is he just holding on to it, or is he FB? Does he know FB? Moeka insists that FB is a woman. So maybe it's Tennoji's wife, whom I've never met. I have Moeka show me one of FB's mails. M4, it's true that you're not very good with people, but I think that's just part of what makes you unique and special. Besides, you have no trouble talking to me, do you? Honestly, M4, there's nobody else who works as hard as you do. I'm thankful for that. I'm glad you joined the Rounders. Even if nobody else values you, I'll always look out for you. Feel free to email me whenever you like. Oh yes, since you're finally in Nagoya, you should try some of the local delicacies. It's not good for your health to keep eating convenience store food. Or do you not like miso, M4? In any case, a girl your age needs to eat better. I recommend firm miso stew. Your next mission is to go to Akihabara in Tokyo, so find an apartment by next week. I deposited a special bonus in your account, so feel free to use it. Talk to you soon, your mother, FB. She's kept a lot of mails archived like this one. M4 is my code name. FB gave it to me. Moeka's a mailing machine. She sent FB nearly 10 mails a day, but FB replied to every single one of them. You'd have to be a saint to reply to all those emails. No wonder Moeka was so dependent on FB. So, time for another stakeout. I have Daru set up a wireless infrared camera on the telephone pole down the street. We park a couple blocks back and watch the video feed. The next day, Tenoji goes to work on his moped like usual. He returns after sunset. There's no sign of his daughter, Nei, or his wife. 76 minutes, and we are still here. Something finally happens early Sunday morning. Just before 3 a.m. Hey, Chibi. 6 people show up at Tenoji's house. It's them. It's dark, but I recognize them. They're the Rounders who raided the lab with Moeka. Moeka doesn't show much of a reaction. I thought she knew them. I asked, but she says she's never met them before. It looks like this World Line's Moeka has been cut off completely. Is this Black Lagoon? Oh my god. You know Steins Gate. Don't pretend like you don't. We're kind of at a critical point in the story. We had an awful scene earlier, but luckily we're past that. It's so lucky that they randomly texted 4 professional mercenaries. Maybe they were recruited a different way. Were they done with her once she found them in IBN 5100? Tenoji comes outside and loads the IBN 5100 into the station wagon. Then the 6 men get in and drive away. Tenoji sees them off, then goes back inside his house. What now? I'm interested in Tenoji's story, but the IBN 5100 will lead us to FB. We decide to follow the station wagon. Who is the shopkeeper? Oh, he is fine. But apparently he's in cahoots with one of the big bads. The pursuit ends at Narita International Airport. The 6 men, IBN 5100 in tow, board a plane headed for France. France, CERN's home country. What does this mean? Tenoji's wife might be FB. Since there's no sign of FB this far, she must be an extremely cautious individual. But the evidence suggests only one possibility. On Worldline Alpha 1, Moeka's men attacked the night the time leap machine was completed. Their timing was perfect. It makes sense if you assume that Tenoji is closely linked to FB. He was downstairs the whole time we were discussing our plans. FB knew exactly what we were up to. We were dancing to her tune all along. When we get back to Akiba, Moeka and I start walking towards Tenoji's house, but on the way, I get an angry call from Kurisu demanding an update, so I decide to take care of that first. I saw Orion last night. It was really pretty. Hope you were looking up at the same time, because then it would be like we were close by, even if we were far away. Stars are romantic, don't you think? I saw it too. First night in a while I've had time to look, but I don't think it was Orion. That was a winter constellation. Sure, whatever. Kurisu sighs when she sees me. I thought I asked you to keep me posted.
ずっと立て込ん
I've
でい
been
る
busy.
立て込んで
Busy. Right. Kurisu glances at Moeka.
もしかして
Were you worried about
心
me?
配していたのか
Of course not! Why should I care what you're up to? It's just Mayuri was really worried. I don't want to see her sad.
せめて
So at least give her a call, okay?
連絡してあげなさい。
Now that she mentions it, it feels like I haven't talked to Mayuri in
全
forever.
てはマユリを救う
I'm doing this to save Mayuri.
敵の正体が
I'm close to discovering our true enemy.
そう
Our enemy, but... Kurisu glances at Moeka again. Moeka's completely expressionless. She's lightly kicking the dirt in boredom. She hasn't used her phone once since she began to search for FB.
彼女は
Isn't she our enemy?
敵だが
She is an enemy, but we're cooperating in order to uncover the truth.
マユリを
Isn't that the one who killed Mayuri?
そうだ
Yes. However, Moeka's just a pawn, and one that no longer poses a threat. To save Mayuri, I need to capture the king. Well, the king's cell phone.
まあいい。
Whatever. So where are you going now? Take me with you.
正気か
Have you gone mad, assistant mine?
正気だけど
I'm perfectly sane, and I'm not your assistant.
危険かもしれないぞ
It could be dangerous. Eh? Kurisu falters for a moment, but quickly tightens her expression.
今日の私は
Do I die
そうい
today?
うことになってる。
I've experienced the future, so I know who dies today.
いや
No,
お
you
前
don't
は
die.
死なない
だったら問題なし。
Then there's no problem. This world line has essentially guaranteed my survival. Right, Kurisu doesn't die today. Neither does Mayuri. The only person who dies today is... Kiryu Moeka. Oh shit! So we are at that part! Well, this is interesting. This afternoon, she kills herself. I've already told Moeka her fate, but in spite of that, Moeka doesn't seem upset. At least on the surface, she's expressionless as always. The only difference is that she's not checking her phone often. But Moeka's not a strong woman. Beneath that expressionless mask, is she struggling against the fear of death? Probably. I decide to confront Tennoji directly. We stop her from killing herself, and then we romance her, and then a CG of us with a newborn baby appears. Me and Dots already said if that happens, we are going to be really mad. Guess she'll get shot or something if the inevitable confrontation for FB's phone, because Okabe doesn't understand subtlety. I mean, yeah, I'm thinking she's gonna get killed by FB in this timeline, and that's why Moeka doesn't have an ending. I have Kurisu stand guard outside the house while Moeka and I go inside. It's fine, we have a time machine. Valkyria! Thanks for the 2 months.
Pangy.
Pangy! Yes, that's me. Hi. Wait! That text-to-speech said Pangy. He didn't say Pangy. A man after my own heart. Remember, we used to make people with the voice messages type out pang-e, and that's how it would say it the way it's supposed to be? Hi, Valkyria. Are you going to be joining us for Among Us tonight? Yeah! It should be starting in about 40 minutes. I have Kurisu stand guard outside the house while Moeka and I go inside. Not that we're planning to break in, we ring the doorbell like honest citizens. Tennoji soon opens the door and invites us into the living room. The divergence meter is sitting in its usual spot. I glance at the numbers. Yes, like my brother Wall-E, yes. 0.523307%. That's still a long way to go before I reach the 1%. How much more of this can I take?
よく来てくれたな。
Make yourselves at home. It's just after dawn, much too early for guests, but Tennoji welcomes us with a smile. He even starts preparing some instant coffee.
ずいぶん早起きな。
You're an early riser, Mr. Braun.
まあな。
Yeah, gotta see my little girl off to school.
今夏休み
I
中
know
だ
it's summer break, but well, but habits die hard.
お嬢さんは
Is your daughter still
ま
asleep?
だ寝ている。
うっせえ
Hey, you thinking of trying something while she's sleeping? Touch her and I'll break your head, got it?
しませんよ。
Don't worry. I'm more interested in his wife. There's still no sign of her. Is she asleep too? Or could she be hiding somewhere? I'd like to do a thorough search of the house, but of course that's impossible. And then there's what he said just now about seeing Nei off to school. Yeah. That sounded like something a single father would say. I suspected that FB was Tennoji's wife, but that may be a mistake. Maybe Tennoji is just another courier after all. Maybe he doesn't even know about FB. There's the possibility that FB might not even be an Akiba. I need answers. But how do I get them? Moika's just staring at the floor. I can't count on her for any bright ideas. And whether or not Tennoji's wife is FB, I don't think this man will fall for my tricks. I decide to go for a direct approach.
数時間前。
A few hours ago, 6 men stopped by this house to pick up a
6
package,
人の男が集まり。
which they then delivered to France. You were there, I saw
フラ
you.
ンスに渡った。
This time, Tennoji doesn't give me his usual macho attitude. He just smiles softly.
それが
And?
IBN 5100。
The package contained an IBN 5100. You know what that is, of course.
幻の
Yeah, the legendary retro PC. This is too easy. He's never this cooperative.
あなたは何者だ？
Are you just another courier, or are you
ラウンダーか。
a rounder? Instead of answering my question, Tennoji looks straight at Moeka.
おめえは裏切ったのか M4
Oh! Did you betray us, M4? Oh, he's gonna kill her? Moeka jerks upright. M4 is Moeka's code name, something only FB should know.
もしかして
No. Are you FB? Tennoji laughs once, a dry sound.
フェルディナント・ブラウン
Ever heard
って
of
知ってるか
Ferdinand Braun? Ferdinand von Braun? Moeka and I look at each other, confused by the sudden change of topic.
おいおい
Come on, he was a Nobel Prize-winning physicist who invented the Braun tube.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Thank you, Ifrit. Tennoji has a thing for Braun tubes, I know that. But what does that have to do with anything?
フェルディナント・ブラウン
Ferdinand Braun.
頭文字
Initials?
あ、
Ah!
FB
Ah!
そういうことだ
Daddy, no!
You were beautiful while you lasted.
Wow! I can't believe it. Now you get it. Tennoji casually produces a handgun. The motion is so smooth and natural that I don't even recognize it as a gun at first. Its heavy form gives off a chilling black luster. Yeah, sad to see. The muzzle is pointed at Moeka. Kuroi, please. What? Moeka and I are unarmed. We didn't plan for this. How could we have? We thought FB was Tennoji's wife, not the man himself.
一つ。
Let me ask you one thing.
あなたの奥さんは
Your wife.
苗を産んだと
She died having Nei. Why? I curse silently. No wonder I've never seen her. She's been dead for years. I thought we knew that. Tennoji is FB. No, that can't be.
俺への依存の
Thought I was your world, M4. Now you're running away? Keeping his gun trained on Moeka, the man I knew as Mr. Braun laughs scornfully. We're at an overwhelming disadvantage. I was a fool to believe the direct approach would work. Now my recklessness is going to get both of us killed. No, not both of us. I don't die here. I'm here because I time leap on the 16th. That fact is written on the fabric of this world line. So if the attractor field model is right, I can't possibly die now on the morning of the 15th. That's really interesting that he feels safe because of that. My survival is guaranteed by the same force that keeps killing Mayuri. However, don't worry, I won't die. Anime. Moeka has no protection. She dies today. It doesn't matter how. She could easily die now, right before my eyes. What am I gonna do about it? Nothing. It doesn't matter. My goal is to obtain FB's cell phone and send a D-mail to Moeka in the past. That is the reason I'm here. I don't think this is the time. I think we run and get his phone another way. In any case, I mustn't let his handgun scare me. There's no turning back now. All I can do is stay on the offensive. So you're around her. Stern's dog. Their dog? Yeah, you ain't wrong. Tennoji is like a different person today. He's composed. He doesn't get angry, even when I provoke him. You wouldn't expect a man with a gun to be so calm. Is this who he really is? Was the gruff but good-natured storekeeper just an act? If you shoot, it'll wake up your daughter. So what? Don't you want your daughter to... Do you want your daughter to see you commit murder? My little girl's smart as a button. She'll understand. I grind my teeth. 724th time to hand-wave the plot with the main character is an idiot. Yeah. Absolutely. I can't believe you're around her. You of all people. Hasn't Hashida Suzu... Hashida Suzu didn't give you a home so you could turn it into a safe house for Stern. Maybe she did? Tennoji's smile stiffens for a second. Then he slaps his knee and laughs. You knew Suzu-san? You should have said something. Tennoji and I haven't spoken about Suzuha on this world line. Anyway, what gives you the right to speak for her, huh? She died 10 years ago. You were what, 8? How do you know how she'd feel? She told me. I glare at Tennoji. The anger and frustration are overwhelming. She was here, in this time, not 5 days ago. Oh, I thought he shot her. I still remember her words vividly. Though it feels like it's been forever since she spoke them, in objective time it was just a few days ago. She was right there, and you never knew it. Hashida Suzu, no, Amane Suzuha was a time traveler. She came from the future to stop CERN. What? What? You never noticed, FP? The woman who saved your life came from the year 2036. She was one of us, a lab member, the daughter of Hashida Itaru. Suzuha hated CERN, and here you are, a man who owes her everything doing their dirty work. Is this how you honor Suzuha's memory? Stop making shit up! Tennoji thrusts his gun at me. I barely managed to keep from flinching. How did you turn out this way? Fuck you, it's complicated. Complicated? Is that supposed to be an excuse? Are you really FB? Moeka looks completely lost. Tennoji sighs and lowers his gun. Yeah, I am. The mails. I wrote them. Why did I pretend to be a woman? Camouflage, obviously. Had to hide my identity. The internet's full of guys pretending to be girls. Neve! This one right here! But you're a guy. Gotta say though, M4, you send too much goddamn mail. Who has time for that shit? You better be grateful I bothered to reply. No. FB was like a mother to me. This is literally anime catfish. I'd do anything for FB.
そう仕向けたんだよ
That was the point. It's easy to manipulate nut jobs like you. Just gotta give him something to cling
も
to.
うやめろ
Enough! Oh. I approach Tennoji, but freeze once he points the gun at me again.
なぜ連絡くれなかったの？
Why did you stop emailing me?
連絡
Huh? Alright, your usefulness ended the second you dropped off that IBN 5100. I'm useless? That was obvious. I've been telling her this the whole time that FB abandoned her. I guess it wasn't real to her until she heard it from FB's own mouth.
ダイレクトメールでメンバーを
Recruiting members directly is bad for secrecy, but the Rounders make up for it by choosing expendable assets with nowhere else to go. We can fix him.
そして IBN 5000
Any member who finds an IBN 5100 is eliminated, no exceptions. What? What is he saying?
そうすることでセルンとイー
That way, CERN gets to keep their secrets, plus have a cheap army of outcasts like us. FB.
あいつらにしてみれ
We're all expendable. Every last one of us. And it sucks, let me tell you.
悲しいことにね
Without dropping his smile, Tennoji takes his gun. Oh, wait. So wait, does that mean everybody involved in the transference of the IBN 5100 dies?
「任務達成はすなわち処分確定」「扱いとしては犬つより
As soon as our job's done, they get rid of us. Guess that makes us cattle, not dogs.
Looks good, looks good.
No! I'm...
Looks good, looks good.
No! Be right back.
All right!
Okay. And presses it against the side of his head.
下がれば
Disobey orders, and they go after your family. Can't let them touch my little girl, can I?
させられねえ
Wait, don't!
すずさんには
Sorry for everything, Suzu-san.
ほんと
Really,
なんで
how did I turn out this way? He pulls
You
the
were
trigger.
beautiful while you lasted.
Why? Oh my god, at least we can take his phone? Right, I'm so sad. Please log into his Facebook. We can still fix him. No, fail. You are treading dangerous anime territory right now. Tennoji's massive body drops to the floor and sprawls out motionless. A dark red stain begins to spread over the tatami mats. He's dead. Tennoji's dead. No! Oh god, hi Sionis. What is that sound effect? It's over, and I still don't understand what happened. Would he have killed himself even if we hadn't confronted him? Was his death too the will of fate? Brains! Tennoji had completed his mission. Maybe he chose to eliminate himself rather than face certain assassins. You fool. I bite down hard on my lip. Adding brains. I pound my fist against the floor. You left your daughter all alone. He meant to protect her with his sacrifice, but what is Nei supposed to do now? How could you die with a smile? All rounders are expendable, he said. Does that mean FB was just another pawn? Is that how CERN operates? That's insanity. This can't be real. Nay. She's still asleep while her father is dead. How do I explain this to her? Should I run? Get his phone! Thank you. Once I send the D-mail and change the world line, all this will be undone. I can run like a coward and no one will know. I'll know. I timidly slide open the door to Nei's bedroom. It looks like you'd expect. There's a red backpack hanging next to the door, and there's a futon laid out on the floor. But Nei isn't there. The window's open, the lace curtains are waving, as if to invite fresh morning breeze inside. She's gone. Where'd she go? No, don't tell me CERN kidnapped her. I don't even know if she was here when we arrived. None of this makes sense. This isn't the world I know. His phone. I need Tennoji's phone. I'm relieved Nei isn't here. I don't have to tell her about her father's death. I find Tennoji's phone in his pant pocket. I was ready to kill him if I had to. I never thought he would kill himself. How were you gonna kill him? And now I'm looting his dead body like a hyena scavenging for scraps of meat. I make myself want to puke. I leave as soon as I have the phone, dragging the catatonic Moeka with me. We regroup with Kurisu, who was worried sick, waiting outside, and hail a taxi. I wish we hadn't spent so much time parked near Tennoji's house. Once the body's found, the police might trace the rental car back to us. Maybe we should have reported it first, but I'd rather not have to answer any questions. Besides, soon none of this will have happened. So the manager was FB. First, we take Moeka back to her apartment. There I explained to Kurisu what happened. Moeka didn't say a word on the way back. Now she's sitting on the floor of the entrance, staring off into space. It must have been quite a shock to hear Tennoji, FB's confession. The one person she trusted betrayed her. She may never recover. She's gonna kill herself. But were Tennoji's actions really a betrayal? I'm not quite convinced. Something felt off back there. Rounders who complete their mission are eliminated. No exceptions. That's what FB said. But in that case, why wasn't Moeka killed? Hey Moeka. It's possible that FB did what he did so you could live. Maybe he didn't abandon you. Maybe by pushing you away, he was trying to keep you safe. This may be wishful thinking. We'll never know FB's true intentions. But I want to believe that Tennoji did care for her, that there was a place for Moeka somewhere. What am I doing? Why am I trying to comfort Moeka? Thank you. Maybe I'm just soft. Okabe, we need to send the D-mail now. Kurisu's expression is grave. Miss this chance and you could be in a lot of trouble. Kurisu had the same thought as me. Your goal is to save Mayuri, not take revenge on CERN, right? I don't want anyone else to be hurt because of the machine we built. Yeah, you're right. FB's phone is in my possession. There's no longer any reason to stay on this world line. It's only a matter of time until the police come looking for us. I should send the D-mail immediately. When I do, well, who's at the lab to turn on the machine, though? When I do, the present will be reconstructed. Tennoji will be alive, Moeka will be in contact with FB, and at last, the IBN 5100 will return to me. I just need to think about saving Mayuri, and all will be well.
ダルはもうラボに来ていると思うか
Do you think Daru's still in the lab?
電話してみる。
I'll try calling. I'll send the same message I tried to send earlier from Moeka's phone. Only this time, it'll be FB's phone. When Moeka sees it, she'll believe it to be an order from FB. Knowing her dependence on FB, she'll obey without question. It makes me sick taking advantage of Moeka's vulnerabilities like this. How am I any different from FB?
あと5分くらいで。
He said he'll be there in 5 minutes, so we just wait until then.
ね。
By the way, something weird happened back there. After closing her phone, Kurisu glances at Moeka and lowers her voice.
私、
While I was waiting outside, I heard a gunshot.
その。
And right after that, I saw her.
あの子
Her? Who? I ask, but I already know the answer. There's only one person it could be, Nei.
ナイちゃん、
Nei-chen.
家の裏口から
She ran out the back door.
呼び止めようとしたら、
When I called for her to stop, our eyes met.
目が。
Kurisu bites her lip, as if fighting an unpleasant memory. It happened right after she heard the gunshot. If that's true, then Nei saw her father die. She saw her father die and ran away. There's a knock on the door. Someone's here.
Prepare to battle!
Moeka, who had been squatting by the entrance, slowly lifts her head. This is wrong. The timing's too perfect. Today, Kiryu Moeka dies. The World Line has already approved that fate. Has it come for her already? Moeka reaches for the doorknob.
よせ
Wait! Don't! I try to stop her. But too late. Moeka's already turning the doorknob. The door opens slowly. And there stands...
こんにちは。
Hi! Oh lord. Oh lord, oh lord, oh lord, oh lord, oh lord, oh lord. Why am I getting Antichrist vibes? An innocent greeting. A child's voice. Familiar. How did she find this place? How did she get here? Why did she come here? She ran away. Our eyes met.
Hey!
Right after I heard the gunshot. That's so stupid. Nei steps up to Moeka. Moeka's body blocks my view. The next instant, Moeka drops to her knees like a string-cut puppet. An innocent laugh. Hands dyed with blood. A cleaver in her hand. No way.
嘘じゃない。
Yes way. Nei's lips twist into a victorious sneer. She looks straight at me, her eyes burning with intense hatred. Those eyes aren't the eyes of a child. What's going on here? Is this really Nei?
私は
I won't forgive you. The venom in her voice chills me to the
父
bone.
さんを死に追いやった
Daddy
と
died
思う
because of you.
絶対に
I'll never forgive you.
私がこの手で
I'll kill you with my own
殺して
two hands.
やる許さないから。
Kurisu and I stare in shocked silence. Neither of us can move a muscle.
岡部倫太郎。
Okabe Rintaro. My heart skips a beat. I feel like someone just walked over my
お前
grave.
は
I'll come for you in 15 years. I hope you spend them
それまで
quivering in terror.
怯えて待ってなさい。
First of all, legendary anime what? Let's reorganize the sentence and try again. Okay. So, I'm thinking is she So this warline must be somewhat close to the truth, because she's gonna be the one that kills Okabe in the future that Suzuha came from. Probably? I literally thought that was coming, Kuroi. Is this the Nay romance ending? That cannot happen. Moeka body ending, Jesus Christ. Yeah, there was a YouTuber that faced legal charges like a long time ago over streaming Steins Gate.
Get me out of here, 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 get me out of
Hi,
here, get me out of
Twice.
here, get me out of here!
Nay tosses the knife away and leaves, laughing all the while. I hear the sound of her footsteps pattering down the stairs. So, first of all, how does she get away with this? I guess she probably will. But also, she killed Mayuri in that one timeline, and that was fucking weird. Soon they fade away, leaving us in silence. What the hell was that? A demon? Was she possessed? My entire body is shaking. I have to struggle just to move a finger. What about Moeka? Moeka's clothes are soaked in blood. There's a gaping wound in her abdomen where Nay stabbed her. Calm down. Kurisu yells for me to come to my senses, and then she takes out her phone. Check on Kiryu-san. I'll call an ambulance. No, wait, before that, maybe we should just send the email. Yes! Even now, Kurisu's calm. I feel an irrational surge of anger at her composure, but I know that she's right. Once I send the email, this world line will be undone. I know that, but still I run to Moeka's side. Also, what is the logic there? You got my daddy killed. I'm killing Moeka, but I'll kill you in 15 years. Whoa, why? Why? I know that, but I run to Moeka's side. Oh, Lord. She got cut in the boobs. When I lift her up in my arms, I see that her chest is already covered in blood. She's my enemy. Hang in there. She killed Mayuri. Can you hear me? Moeka! I can't understand her. I can't forgive her. And yet, I can't help but call her name. This is the same person that you were strangling to death earlier this stream. Okay, sure. Yeah. Isn't this supposed to be romantic? I mean, his hand is... Maybe that's her hand. We'll just assume it's her hand. In a sense, she's a victim too. Moeka slowly opens her eyes. Her eyes are blank and unfocused. She's fading fast. She tries to speak, but her voice catches in her throat. I bring my ear close to her lips. I killed someone precious to you. What's a little asphyxiation between frenemies? Oh my god. Okabe feels like they want to have 3 different personalities in one person, and the result is some unholy amalgamation of incomprehensibleness. Yeah, what are the 3 personalities? Dumb for sure. Chuni, whatever, 2, and I guess the other one's... I don't even know. Halloween Kyoma. No, that's the Chuni one. An actual decent person's the last one. Yes, you did. Countless times. Not on this world line, but on others. This is my punishment. The will of fate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I silently squeeze Moeka's hand. Moeka doesn't squeeze back. She no longer has the strength.
私
I had nothing except FB.
FB 私に
The only place I belonged.
守る
I would kill to protect it.
恨まれて
You're right, to hate me.
ごめん
I'm sorry.
許せよ。
I forgive you. The words came to my lips unbidden. But as soon as I speak them, I understand why. Moeka doesn't kill Mayuri on this world line. Even if she could, it would not happen until tomorrow. This Moeka, the one dying in my arms, is innocent. And yet, even now, she says I'm sorry. How can I not answer her?
許せ。
I forgive you. Perhaps the words are meaningless. Forgiving Moeka will not cure Nei's hate, neither will Moeka's death. I don't even know if I truly mean what I'm saying. But still, I remember what Kurisu said. My goal is to save Mayuri, not avenge her. So here, now,
お前を。
I forgive you. The anguish seems to fade from Moeka's face. Her eyes slowly close. A tear slides down Moeka's cheek. Her hand slips from my grasp. She's no longer breathing. Biting my lip, I lay Moeka to rest on the floor. I place her purple phone in her hands.
岡部
Kabe. Kurisu calls me in a weak
メ
voice.
ールを
I think you should send the D-mail.
もう
Everything's ready at the lab.
あ
Yeah. Moeka and FB are gone, and Mayuri's fate remains unchanged. The universe still demands her death.
なあ、
Hey, Christina.
D メールを送って。
When I send the D-mail and change Divergence, do you think Moeka's fate will
萌
change?
えがそう
あんたが言っていた
Based on the attractor field you spoke of,
ダイバージェンスが
she'll be more likely to live if Divergence exceeds 1%.
ごめん
Sorry, I wish I knew what to say.
いや、
Don't worry about
い
it.
いんだ。
I would like to point out, though, that in 1% Divergence, Kurisu is the one that dies. I stand up. Moeka's blood clings to my hands. It won't come off, even when I wipe it with a tissue. I stop trying and take out FB's phone. I nod to Kurisu. She calls Daru and tells him to activate the phone wave. I take one last look at Moeka's body lying there. Casualty is a strange and terrifying thing. Causality, even. It says I don't miss out on anything by not sending this email, so we're not going to. At the beginning of all this, Moeka killed Mayuri. Now Moeka lies dead and Mayuri still lives. All because I changed the past. Moeka, if you're going to apologize for a sin you didn't commit, then I must apologize as well. I'm responsible for twisting your fate, and for twisting the fate of Tennoji Nei. I ruined that innocent girl's life, made her something other than what she was meant to be. Is it okay to just leave her like this? Of course, if I send the D-mail now, this world line will be undone. Nei's twisted fate will be corrected. There's no point in worrying about it. I should just think about Mayuri. I shouldn't burden myself with any more problems. Is this really okay? Of course it is. Send the D-mail. That's all I need to do. Why won't my fingers move? I already know what I need to do. And yet,
岡部
Okabe?
さっきのあの子。
Wasn't there something strange about that
Yes.
girl?
あの子
That girl, you mean Nei-chan?
ナイちゃんのこと
I nod.
まるで
She was like a different person.
別人
15年後に
What did she mean she'll kill me in 15 years?
どういう意味なんだ
That bothers me. Does she know something? What was she implying?
岡部
Don't worry about it, Okabe.
D メールを今すぐ
Send the D-mail right now. That'll solve everything. I put FB's phone in my pocket.
見なかったことには
I can't pretend I didn't see that.
できない。
Nei's crime is partly my responsibility. And I need to know what she meant when she promised to kill me in 15 years.
タイムリープする。
I'm time leaping. Back to the lab. Kurisu sighs, but I pretend not to hear it. Oh shit. So this should be a kind of quick scene.
というか
Our enemy? But... Kiryu glances at Moeka, then whispers to my ear.
彼女は
Isn't she our enemy?
今は
そうだけど何よ
Where did that question come from? After time leaping 4 hours back, I find myself in front of the station. This is right after Moeka and I met up with Kurisu after returning from Narita Airport. After this comes the Tennoji residence. Moeka standing a few meters away, kicking the dirt in boredom. Moeka was dead just a few minutes ago, and now she's perfectly fine. I feel no surprise. I suppose I've grown accustomed to this particular facet of time travel. After all, I've seen Mayuri come back to life countless times already. There is one other thing that experience has taught me. Today, Moeka and Tennoji will die, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. I know it's cruel, but I didn't come back here to save them. I don't have the means to do it, so it isn't my problem. The problem is Nei. We arrive in front of Tennoji's house, just like we did before I leaped. This time, I wait outside with Kurisu. Moeka enters alone, expressionless as ever. While we wait outside, I tell Kurisu what's about to happen. I also tell her to wait a little while after she hears the gunshot, and then go inside and take Tennoji's phone. It feels like an eternity passes, in silence. Then... Kurisu gasps, and her body goes stiff. There really was a gunshot! I immediately look around. Just as Kurisu told me, I see a girl come out of the window. She walks away quickly, but at the same time taking care not to make a sound. That's not how a child, after witnessing her father's death, acts. Wait! Nei looks over her shoulder. She spears me with the eyes of full hatred. That alone is enough to make me shiver. It's pitiful, but this tiny little girl is making me nervous. Something is very wrong here. This Nei is like a completely different person. I want to know her true identity. That's why I time leaped instead of sending the D-mail. Nei is still running, ignoring my calls to stop. I run after her. Out of shape though I may be, I'm still more than a match for a 12-year-old girl. The distance between us quickly shortens. Nei keeps running, occasionally looking back at me and grinding her teeth in a very unchildlike manner. Normally, a child being chased by a man will cry and scream things like "stay away" or "help." But this girl says nothing. The only sound is her heavy breathing. Stop! I call out to her once more when she's nearly in arm's reach. Unexpectedly, Nei slows down and eventually stops to catch her own breath. Looks like she's realized she can't get away. From the sound of her breathing, she must be at her limit. We're alone. Kurisu and Moeka still must be at the house, and the streets are empty thanks to Oban holidays. Perfect. I was afraid someone might report me as a child molester. Now I can get what I need to know out of this strange girl who looks like Nei. I call out to her to catch my breath. Are you really Tennoji Nei? Nei glares at me as she catches her breath. You will plan to kill Kiryu Moeka after this, won't you? That's right. She punctuates her nonchalant reply with a cruel smile. That is not the face of a child. Revenge for your father?
お前と桐生萌香
You and Kiryu Moeka killed Daddy. Your dad killed himself. He blew his own brains out. He would have done it even if we hadn't been there. It's not our fault.
そんなのしたこと
I
じゃ
don't
ない
care.
父
What?
さんが死んだ時
Kiryu Moeka was there when Daddy died, and she didn't stop him.
だから許さ
I
ない
won't forgive her.
お前もだ
Nor you, Okabe Rintaro.
あの場にはいなかった
You weren't there, but Daddy would have died if you hadn't gotten
お
involved.
父さんは死ななくて済んだ
Wait, is she blaming me for finding the IBN 5100? How the hell was I supposed to know?
ただお前はすぐに
But I won't kill you now. I can't.
殺され
Tiny little girl, barely half my height, looks up at me with a smile that chills my blood.
お前
I'll kill you in
を殺すの
15
は
years.
15
Keep living in
年後
fear until then.
それまで
I get on my knees and grab Nei by the shoulders. I hold back my terror and meet her stare for stare. And yet this girl doesn't even flinch. Who are you? She isn't Tenojine. What do you mean you'll kill me in 15 years? Exactly what it sounds like. 15 years from now, I killed you. Killed? Why is she using past tense? Nei laughs once, a harsh mocking sound. Ooh, mocking sound. Then she leans in and whispers, You still don't get it? Just now you asked who I am. I am Tenojine. No doubt about that. But I remember the next 15 years. No. Did she? So the person who time leaps was Nei? Nei suddenly whips out a knife, catching me completely off guard. Nei drives her knife into the elbow of my right arm, which was grabbing her shoulder. Blood sprays onto Nei's face, and she doesn't even blink. Instead, she laughs. Just like she laughed when she killed Moeka. The intense pain brings me to my knees. For a moment I panic, but somehow I manage to convince myself that I'm fine. I won't die here, I tell myself. This world line won't accept that. It's just like Nei said herself. It's not that she won't kill me, she can't. If she tried, something would surely interfere. Want to hear how I killed you? In the future, you were one of the founders of the resistance against CERN. But I captured you and imprisoned you and tortured you every which way I could think of. You cried and screamed and begged for your life, all while covered in piss and shit. You were one sorry Saitokame, Rintaro. After I ran out of things to do, I finally slit your throat, and then I stabbed you over and over and over again, so many times I don't even remember. That's how your life is gonna end. That's how your punishment. That's your punishment for murdering Daddy. Nei grabs my arm and digs her tiny fingers into the wound. My nerves burst into flame. Not just my arm, but throughout my entire body. The pain forces air out of my lungs in a blood-curdling scream. I can't shake off Nei's hands. I can't even move a finger against the pain. CERN confiscated your time leap machine. They keep it locked away for 15 years until I came for it. After I became a rounder and killed you, I used that machine to come all the way back here. It was hard, let me tell you. That piece of shit can only leap 48 hours at one time. To travel 15 years in 48-hour increments would take... Damn, I can't even calculate through the pain. 2,738 leaps. I messed up a few times though, so it was really more than, like, twice that. At least I lost count after a while. Now I get it. When I came to this world line, I went back to the lab after learning of Moeka's suicide. Once I got there, I found evidence someone had used the time leap machine. So that was Nei's final time leap. Nei keeps staring into my eyes as her fingers crawl deeper into my wound. I bite my lip in a desperate attempt to bear the pain. My blood won't stop flowing. It collects into a puddle and stains the asphalt dark red. Revenge was all I lived for. I won't let anyone get in my way. I will kill Kiryu Moeka with my own two hands. I won't let that bitch kill herself. She doesn't deserve to go out easy. You leapt 15 years just for that? She's insane. And it was Moeka who had made her that way, who turned an innocent little girl into a creature of hatred starved for vengeance. We stole 15 years of her life. 15 years I can't understand what it's like to live with such hatred for so long. Just for that? Nei's slender fingers pry deep into my wound, so deep I can feel her fingers against my bone. It might not mean much to you, but to me, killing you two means everything. Yeah, maybe we need to leap her into some therapy. So you will kill Moeka, but what comes next? Next? Are you gonna repeat those 15 years all over again? What do I care about those 15 years? There's nothing for me there. She does not cry. She does not cheer. Her voice is flat and emotionless as she speaks these words. There's nothing more I can say to this girl I destroyed. At last, Nay lets go of my arm. She looks in disgust at her hands, now covered in blood. We need to leap before we turn on the game and replay ZTD instead. Wow. You know, Phil, I am one trophy away from platinuming ZTD. I will admit I'm very curious. I don't need anything from you now. Just wait in fear and regret, Okabe Rintaro, until I come for you in 15 years. I'm powerless to stop her from running away. Dry laughter leaks out of my mouth. That girl's disconnected. I know! We're almost done, Lisa, I promise. We're almost done. That girl's disconnected from causality, just like I am. I asked her what she would do after killing Moeka. She didn't answer. The first time she lived those 15 years, all she had was revenge. After all the time leaping thousands of times, she exacted that revenge. How will she live those 15 years the second time around? Will she kill me again? Will her revenge be completed then? Or will it continue forever until even she forgets why? The thought squeezes my heart like a vice. Doesn't time travel bring nothing but pain? We built a time machine out of curiosity. We were fools. If not for our meddling, CERN would not have targeted us. Mayuri would not have died. Suzuha would not have had to travel to the past. Ferris would not have lost her father twice. Lukako would not have had to forsake her feelings for me. And Moeka would not have killed Mayuri. Creasy runs up to me. She turns pale at the sight of my bleeding arm. What happened? Are you okay? She kneels in front of me. Worry is etched on her face. The phone. I brought it, but... Creasy hands me FB's phone. I take it and start typing out the mail with my left hand. Hey, tell me what happened, will you? Should I call an ambulance? Calm down. I'm gonna send the email now. Right. If the world light changes, then this wound will go away. Yes, but who cares about my wound? Tennoji's death, Moeka's death, and the damage to Nei's soul will be undone. That's what matters. I finish my mail and take a breath. Hey, why do you think Tennoji didn't kill Moeka? What do you mean? Any rounder who finds an IBN 5100 is silenced, no exceptions. That's what Tennoji said. In that case, the one who should have been eliminated first was Moeka. She found the IBN 5100 in the first place, and yet Tennoji cut contact with her instead. And when we exposed his true identity, he shot himself, not Moeka. I think he wanted to save Moeka. Perhaps that's just wishful thinking. Perhaps I'm just looking for an ounce of comfort in all the suffering. Even if that was Tennoji's intention, it was meaningless. Moeka will die today. Whether by her own hand or Nei's, it doesn't matter. However, I hope it works out on the Beta World line. They are the enemy. I should hate them for killing Mayuri. But in some sense, Tennoji, Moeka, and Nei are all just victims of my foolish experiments. I pray that they can live normal lives, at least on the Beta World line. For their sake, as well as Mayuri's, I must send this email. Sorry, Nei. Once this email is sent, the world line will be undone. And you're gonna realize that there's another D-mail you have to send, and that's the first one from the fucking game where everybody disappeared in Akiba. It barely changed! I mean, 0.05 is big, but still. The world shatters, warps, and reforms. Eventually, those sensations disappear. The color gradually returns to the world, and I find myself standing in the street near the lab. The burning pain in my right arm is suddenly undone. I look down. There's no wound, no blood. Instead, I'm holding a convenience store bag with 2 bottles of Dr. P. I guess it worked. I head straight for Moeka's apartment. All right. I really wanted to make it to the thing that would say that we are in Chapter 10 now. But this is taking too long. You guys, I am late for the Among Us party, so I've got to get this started. I'm closing Steins Gate. We will be continuing tomorrow night. That was a pretty good episode, all in all, even with the garbage fight, sexually charged Moeka scene. And I am just in time. Okay, Mr. Braun died, Rosenlock.
Yeah.
Saturday nights, community, Penguin Rompa. New map nights. 18 plus only. Among Us. We're getting it set up. Sorry that we're late, you guys. And then he undied. Well, the game was homophobic from Lukaku's root, so not surprising. Yeah. Alright, let me get this all set up.